Guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we're going to talk about BTC and Ethereum, and we're going to talk about many art also. Most art, they're recovering nicely and looking to basically get back to the level they were basically a couple of weeks ago. So market is actually very volatile. Excuse me. So excuse me. So I just had to mute my other, just mute my basically the background noise. So guys, most alt basically recovering. Ethereum is looking very juicy. So I'm gonna put a link of the Ethereum price prediction in the description. So make sure to go ahead and watch it, because we talked about Ethereum regarding this this flat correction we've been anticipating the first week of let's say the first week of January. We said Ethereum gonna retest this low, but it pumped back and dropped down, still retest like the $80 range, $100 range, right, before basically retesting the the top. So it doesn't change anything about the structure of this flat correction for Ethereum, right? You can see it is still the same move. Okay, we got a flat correction right there, which is also another internal correction, and we could be looking for this move one-to-one extension. If like we get rejected, we can anticipate a one-to-one extension of this move. If like we get rejected, we could anticipate one-to-one extension of this move to that range. We could be still looking for a retest of a new low. We got a nice support level right there, just about like $50. And $50 Ethereum is very important on the macro scale. So if you take a look at Ethereum on the macro scale, you can see this range right there, not this one. Okay, so on the macro scale, you can see like a swing low from like this range of $66, not 60, $6 up to basically 1400. We double bottom right at 0.5, just about 50% pullback. 0.618. It is going to be, if Ethereum doesn't break like 365, it is going to be 0.618. I talked about it like multiple times, right? We said Ethereum still making a corrective move on the macro scale, 1, 2, and 3. This is just an internal flat correction. If you take a look at it on the macro scale, you don't have any noise. Okay, you just the only thing you can see is like a flat correction, just like the one we had on BTC. Double tap at a 10.5 before capitulating down at 3100. That's the same structure for Ethereum. Okay, 1, 2, 3, we expecting this move down. Okay, so but can we invalidate this move? Yes, we can invalidate this move if the C wave is very overextended, like 600 700 range. We might have to basically invalidate this move and say, hey, Ethereum just double bottom right there. That's 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to look for this third wave right there, fourth wave right there, and 5th wave, and so on, and keep going to the upside. But the bearish alternative count, it is still the same for Ethereum. The bullish alternative count is like, this is wave 1, wave 2, and then we could be looking for a 1.618 extension of this wave up to like almost $900, right? If we in the bull run, that's going to be wave number 3, and wave number 4 could just drop down to like a 382, 50% pullback, and then we could get like wave number 5, and so on, right? That's the bullish count, but you do not ignore the bearish count, because it is still valid until we basically break like 500 range and keep going up to like 900 range. We're gonna start looking for a pullback, 0.618, 50% pullback, or even come back down, retest like the 350, 450 range before continuing the uptrend, right? Because the bull run could last forever also, just like the bear market could last forever. If we start a new bull run, I don't think like it is gonna last like for 6 months or stuff like that. It could last for 2 years. So we gotta we got plenty of time for Ethereum, but since like we're still in the bear market, I'm just gonna have to favor the bulls. If we hit 365, would be taking profits and see what Ethereum gonna do up to basically $400 range, and so on, right? On the monthly basis, that's very bullish. So we started a new month for Ethereum. That's the most bullish monthly candle since basically May 2019. But you can see like what happened back in May 2019, right? In May 2019, right? Bullish candle, try to break out, got rejected, engulfing. Bullish candle, we're gonna most likely try to break out. We got resistance on the lower degree up to like 485, 475 range, which is 0.786 from the swing high to swing low, right? We 50% is just about like 345. That's why we're struggling. All right, 0.618 going to be like 485, 0.786 going to be 785 range. So Ethereum is respecting all the fib levels, right? So it is something that you just have to keep in mind. On the during the bear market, we did respect both of these. We respected a 50% pullback, retested it. Both of these low points, is at 50% pullback, and we respected 50% pullback, on our way to the upside also, right? As you can see right there, right? We respected 50% pullback, and we respected 50% pullback. So we got two touches, right? Both of them at 50% pullback. The next one is going to be 0.618. So let's see if we're going to be able to basically able to retest 0.618, which is like just about 460 to 485, right? Doesn't want to pick a number, right? But because of market volatility, you just respect the same exact fib level, which is 460, 475, right? 475 is good enough, right? So, but let's see how Ethereum going to be doing it, right? Let's see how Ethereum going to be doing it. Hey, what's up, Crypto Truth? You're telling me we're in a bull market? So let's see if we're in a bull market. We could be in a bull market. Hey, what's up, Gupta? Are we gonna crash or not? We're gonna talk about if BTC next, okay? Wonder Boy. Friday Night Live. Watching now on the big screen. Okay, I'm doing live on the big screen too, so let's see. Verse 36. So we in the bull run. Are we in the bull run? Such a bear. Hey man, don't kill me with that nonsense, Crypto Truth. If you don't like it, don't watch, okay? Don't come here and trying to give me a nonsense moon boy nonsense, all that good stuff, right? If you don't like it, don't watch, okay? What I'm telling you, we got a chance to push above like a 375. I mean 365, 375. But you just gotta be cautious, because when I was talking about Ethereum gonna hit like $300, that was like January. Ethereum was right there, and I was like, we're gonna drop, right? And then we're gonna retest this top, and we're gonna do this. So it is. I'm just following my analysis. If you don't have analysis to follow, go watch something else. Do not come over here and mess with me, all right? I don't want to hear that nonsense, all right? So just keep that in mind. We talked about it back in January, so it is playing out. I'm just going to stick to it. I was thinking like we're going to get rejected at 250, because on the lower degree, we had a nice like flat correction, right? We pump, we drop, and then Ethereum created this flat correction. I was expecting Ethereum to do this, and Ethereum is basically doing this to basically follow the macro scalar pattern we talked about since January. So now let's go back to let's just do this and check BTC. All right, so regarding BTC, let's do this. I'm going to show you what I was talking about regarding BTC back in February. All right, so when all the moon boys been saying, oh, we're gonna moon, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, right? All that good stuff. So that's Bitstamp. Okay, so regarding BTC, right, we talked about it back in February. All right, March, we said we're gonna crash. All right, so, and we crashed exactly, right? So, but you're gonna be like, oh, this time is different. The Fed is printing money. The Fed been printing money forever, right? So this is what we got back in February, right? Let me replay it right there. Okay, back in February, that's what we got, right? You take a look at these two structure. As you can see, right, that's BTC, that's January. All right, let's play it. Right, February, as soon as we got this engulfing candle, I was like, okay guys, be cautious, we're most likely going to be getting this move, right? You can see we got this drop, we got this move, we got this internal correction right there, right? Okay, we got this internal correction. So guess what, for Ethereum, what do we get? What are we getting now? We got this drop, right? And what do we make it? 1, 2, and 3. We talked about it back in January. BTC did the same thing. Okay, so what do we got now? You played. Okay, you know the rest of the story, right? Bang, capitulation. So what do we expect from Ethereum? We're expecting this capitulation. Okay, that's what I'm expecting from Ethereum. Let's take a look at it on let's see, the British pound, right? Okay, let's take a look at the British pound, right? The British pound, I showed you this structure a long time ago, right? So let's try to replay it. All right, take a look at the British pound right there. Okay, just like BTC, right? We got this move to the downside, right? And after that, we got a nice internal flat correction, just like BTC, right? So let's play it. After that, what we got? Watch, bang. Okay, capitulation all the way down. All right, so I'm expecting Ethereum to give us this move. Okay, I'm expecting Ethereum to give us this move, and you gotta buy the dip. Okay, anything below $100 for Ethereum, it is going to be buy the dip thing, because you take a look at the British pound. So we got this move, right? Let's keep playing it. Right there, you see? Okay, we got this move back up, and then we pump to the upside. Right, take a look at this move, right? If I switch to a BTC, you can see what I'm saying. Okay, so if I switch to BTC to the left, right, you can see like BTC basically is making this move right there. Okay, we got this move, got this drop, right? Got your internal flat correction, right? And after that, we got this move in blue. Let's change it to blue, right? Right there in blue. Okay, so now BTC is making this move. We talked about this like guys a few months back. So let's get it in green, right? And then this move right there. Okay, in green. So let's play the pound right now. See what happened next. See? Oh, you see what happened next? Bang, bang in red, right? So what I'm expecting from BTC, I'm expecting this red line in down move. Okay, I'm expecting this move down. That's what I'm expecting from BTC. Okay, just like Ethereum. We talk about it like when BTC was right there, just about like 70 to 100 range. So it is not something new. We're expecting this move down. It could be a bad news. It could be like COVID. It could be like the Fed, whatever. Okay, but based on chart, right? we got a very, very good chance, right? I'm not sure if BTC gonna hit like, you know, break like 12K, 13K and so on, but it really doesn't matter, because you can see like the pound broke the this low. You just got to think about it like this area is like 10.5. Let's do this. Okay, so just think of it like this level being like 10.5. Okay, this level right there, okay, being 10.5, and we broke it, and then after that made a new high right there, 1.35, and capitulated down. So BTC also broke this level. Okay, broke this level, making a new high just about above 10.5, right? 11, so on. At some point, if like we get any engulfing candle bearishness, we gotta start like looking down. We got to start looking down. So we talk about all this good stuff like back in February and all that good stuff, right? So you can go back, watch my old videos, you can find it. All right. Crash price target 0. No, we're not going to 0, man. But if like you can catch it like anywhere around like 3 to 4K, it is a buy, guys. Like you know, it is a buy. Can we drop below it? Absolutely. But if you're looking for like a 6 to 8 month swing, you catch it at 3K, you can sell it at 9K again. You see what I'm saying? You might not even need to hold on BTC. Just hold on to some like a alt, like, you know, many alt guys, they're looking to break down. So, and they're not gonna break down without BTC breaking to the downside. You see what I'm saying? So you might not need to hold any BTC, just like maybe like Chain Link, Tezos, XRP, stuff like that. They're gonna pump like 4 or 5x if BTC pump like 3x, right? So just keep that in mind. None of those coins gonna go to 0 like in 2020 or 2021. They're gonna give you like a 300-400% gains before, you know, before the next bull run and all that good stuff. All right, I don't do timeline. Okay, like you take a look at BTC. All right, back in September last year, that's when I started saying BTC gonna crash. But guess what? We crashed, right? We crashed March, right? And I was like, the best time to buy back then, right there. Okay, I was the best time to buy BTC is going to be next spring. Okay, so and that happened exactly. I'm not saying you know, I called it and all of that good stuff. It's not about like calling it, it's about like catching the directional move. Sometimes we get like too much noise, and you're definitely gonna forget about your macro scale view, because you can see like I haven't been talking about it, but I just like to go back to the macro scale view, right, and focus on it. But you know, on a lower degree, you might be calling for 400 points, 500 points, but macro scale could take like 6 to 8, even 9 months. 9 months, okay, to hit like basically 3 to 4K. We might not hit it, you know, because we just don't know what type of correction we're gonna make to the downside. This directional move, right? Let's say we get rejected at any given price level right there. I don't know how high, right? But we're gonna take a look at it later on, okay? Once we get some indication of a bearishness. As of now, it is bullish, so I'm not saying we're gonna drop right now, okay? Get that right, okay? I'm saying just be cautious, because we're gonna talk about the trend line. I already made the video. I just gotta upload it, all right? But I'm gonna talk about the trend line once again. So, but what I'm saying, the directional move to the downside could be either, okay, a WXY, or it could be another just impulse 5 wave like this, 1 2 3 4 5, quick, just like this one, right? Or it could be a WXY, XZ, or WXY correction. What I mean WXY, it could be WXY, very long and boring correction, okay? It'll be nice if it is long and boring, because we know if we drop down to like anywhere around like 3K, we can look for another X right there. Could be like a 0.618 to 50% pullback, and then we're gonna look for this move. It's gonna be boring, but it's gonna be fun, right? Just like this one. As you can see, like when I started saying like we're gonna drop to a 55, you can see we drop 40%, drop, you know, a double, you know, drop 60%, triple, and now we're looking for this move. We don't know how, you know, how long it's gonna take, or how, you know, how bad it is going to look like. All right, but the most important, once again, most important is like we could definitely, okay, definitely, if the bears strike well, we just have to pay attention to this directional move. That's all we need to do. How high we're gonna go up here? We got resistance at 12K, right? And we already filled the gap, and I already showed you we got a gap at 3500 right there, just about like mid February, right? We got a gap at 3570, 3590. I know it is a small gap, but a gap is a gap, okay? A gap is a gap. A gap is a gap. Keep that in mind. So Adistek Gupta, thanks a lot for tuning in, Gupta. Hey AJ. I mean, the bears are pretty loyal, guys. I know it's not about being bearish or bullish, right? It's about making money, but at the same time, I'm holding BTC, but I just gotta be cautious, all right? I'm not telling you to basically sell or basically short it, but all I'm saying is my expectation. Can my expectation be wrong, right? Like you know, BTC basically just keep pumping. Yes, absolutely, it can. But what I've been expecting over the last 18 months, right, since like January 2019 on the macro scale, been playing out perfectly. Even Ethereum, like prediction back in January, playing out perfectly on the, you know, perfectly, okay, perfectly. So I think the macro scale is more fun. Now it's very boring, but it is less painful. Okay, you just wait for the price, you buy and you wait. All right, or you wait for the price, you sell and you wait. So if it goes wrong, yes, it could be very painful. But one thing we just have to keep in mind, guys, September, it is not a good month. Okay, let's now talk about September. Why September is very very important, right? So you take a look at BTC September, right there, right there, August, September, right? What happened back in August, September? We got this crash, right? 5K, we dropped like 40% September 2017. And guess what? What happened in September 2018, right? We dropped 60%, guys, right? Guess what happened? Guess what happened back in September 2019, right? After the backed launch, right? You guys remember, most people were like, oh, the backed, you know, once we, you know, the backed is launched, we're going to be pumping to 30K. You guys remember that, right? So guess what happened, right? September, right there, just about 10.9 when we shorted it, right? All the way down to like what? We didn't short it all the way down to like this low, but I'm just saying like BTC dropped all the way down to like, you know, 38. That's 64% drop, right? So every single September we drop on average 50% or more, okay? 50% or more. So it doesn't matter how high, you know, BTC gonna go in this area. I'm thinking like this September, right? We're most likely going to see some nasty price action. Let's back test it. Back in September, right there, June. This one we were pumping, okay? This September we pumped nicely, right there. Nice move, okay? But it didn't. Basically, we got a nice sideways correction. It was not that volatile, okay? September 7th, September 17th, we started like turning bullish like late first week of October. So September is not a very good month for BTC. You can see like this was September bull flag, okay? Right before September we basically capitulated. So September is not a very healthy month for BTC. All right, so September low volatility basically, okay? You can see September right there, October low volatility. Okay, we got a crash right there, crash right there, crash right there again, right? So we either can expect low volatility for September. I know it is too early to talk about September because August is right around the corner, right? But you know, let's see. Yeah, it is August already, guys. Time flies, right? So it flies when you, especially when you trade all the time, it flies, right? That's why you need to be taking profits all the time, because time flies. You might be being like, oh, I'm gonna wait for 12K, but by the time you know it, it is already gonna be like mid-August, and you're like, man, I didn't take profit, right? Right there, okay? So nice gap right there. Could not close below this range of 9K. on the 10-day chart. Let's take a look at 7-day chart. 7-day chart, also nice support, right? So but the 10 days chart was cleaner in terms of support and resistance, right? So that's why sometimes I like to change the time frame, because when you change the time frame, you can see the support and resistance cleanly. All right, so that's why I was expecting a rejection right there. Okay, so but it broke out. So based on just on 10 days chart, right, next level is like almost 12K right there. Next resistance based on you know, this closing basis, just about 12K, right? So 11.9 to 12K area, and 12.3 is like the peak right there. If you guys remember what happened back in 12.3 back in like July, late July, okay, it was very volatile, and we shorted at right around like 11.6, right? We shorted it because BTC capitulated down. Okay, we shorted at 11.6. Most people thought BTC gonna be pumping. Same thing right there at 10.9. We shorted at 10.9 twice also. Okay, 10K. Okay, so this one we said we're gonna capitulate, right? So this one we said we're gonna drop it reverse. So but that's the thing. Okay, that's market, right? Yeah, I mean it's more than two types. It's like 3 types. Okay, you can get this one, right? You get your regular, you get your expanding, right? So and you can get this one. Okay, so let's just keep that in mind. You got 3 types, right? You got expanded, running, and then basically you know, regular. So this one you can break the high, break the low. This one you don't, you just retest, you know, support and resistance. This one you can drop down to 0.786, you know, 80-90%, but break the high, right? So even this one, this corrective move for BTC, we can even call it a you know, we can call it right there, drop. This move right there, it is a bigger flat correction, right? I know it is big, right? But based on closing basis, it's not that big. It is not. It is not. I know the bears are going to be very happy for me to try to make a case, you know, why BTC is going to be dropping. That's also a very corrective, right? And you got this impulse irregular. Most Elliott wave analysts going to be like, oh, that's not correct. Okay, you got this 5 move down. If you want to count it like that, it's not a regular, you know, 5 wave. Is, you know, most people are not gonna count it like that, right? But you could count it like WXY or just 5 wave if you want, and then you're gonna look for this move, right? Just like Ethereum, right? But that's a bearish case. Another thing we also gotta keep in mind, right? If BTC on our RSI, right? We got a very good resistance on the RSI, just about like 65. So it is still making a high highs right there, but we just have to be very cautious. We got to be able to break it cleanly for the bulls to be, you know, get more confidence. If they break this trend line, it could be done deal for the bears. The bears could be done, guys, dead. Okay, so we don't want to break this, you know, and start trading like above 70 and so on. That's going to be very bullish if we get to the you know, 70 territory on a weekly basis. All right, so it is something I just got to keep in mind also. That's but that's a, you know, a bullish setup for the bulls. Okay, most likely they already know that, right? They already know that. So 2500. I mean, let's just try to focus on support, right? Next support 3 to 4K, right? This area, right? And I'm not trying to like put a price tag on BTC like 25 or all of that. I already talked about all of that. You just have to go back and watch my old videos. I talked about like even 1800, like why we could retest 1800, right? Because 1800, it is not me saying it, it's Fibonacci saying it, right? It says, right? Not this one, right there. Okay, so swing low to swing high, right? 50% pullback right there, it is going to be 1800 to 1900 range. So as you can see, like 382, we've been respecting 382. That's the level right there, 382. That's where we basically double bottom, and that's the same level. Okay, that's like September low, right? October, September low right there was like September 2017. Okay, support. And if we basically break it, next level is like 50% pullback, just based on Fibonacci. I'm not saying we will or we will not, but it is in your chart. You can go back and check it. You can go and check it yourself. The only thing is, like, are you confident enough to call it? Most people are not confident enough to call an $1,800 BTC. Like, most people won't call confident enough to call BTC dropping down at 4,200. And I called it when BTC was like 10.5. All right, so I'm still calling this move. All right, can we be wrong? Yes, absolutely, we can be wrong. And if we're wrong, we just, you know, take it to the upside. And we're gonna look for a $1 million BTC. The trend line is right there. I'm gonna upload the video later on. Okay, so make sure to hit the notification. The trend line is right there. Okay, so take a look at basically what happened back in October. If you're familiar with BTC, right? And you know what happened back in October, November 2017, right? Dates are very important, guys. They're very, very important in crypto. So November, first week of November, right? November 3rd, November 6th, right? 3rd, 6th, something like that, right? We got a nice dump. Okay, you can go back, check any of the alts back in the first week of November. They dumped nicely. I remember my portfolio was down massively, right? And I was like, man, I was about to give up. And the very next week, my portfolio was up like 50%, right? I was like, oh my gosh, look at it. All right, so this trend line, if you draw a trend line from this low, okay, you just draw it, okay, all the way up to the current price level. Let's get yellow. I'm too bearish, I keep using red, right? So you can see like the same trend line right there. Okay, you can see like support right there when we capitulated the first week of November. And when we capitulated after the the blow off top up to 20k, support, the same exact trend line. We hug it and decided to basically get a fake out. The bulls were like, nope, you guys not, the bears were like, nope, you can't go anywhere. What happened next? We drop. Okay, we basically move sideways few months, right? Just about like 6k to 7k area before we capitulated down, right? Capitulated down in red. Very important trend line, guys. Very important trend line. Pay attention to it. It might serve us well like within the next 2 years also, because this trend line is like, we started this trend line like October, so that's like almost 2 years, 3 years, guys. 3 years over like over 30 months, right? Of course, right? So more than 2.5 years basically, right? So, and you take a look at like after we get this impulse move to the upside in green, right? Impulse where we basically got a resistance at. Guess what? This trend line. What happened at this trend line? Same thing that happened like above it back in November, first week of November, right there. Okay, we got the same thing. All right. So, and once again we drop, retest it, same level, right? We drop right there, 14k. What happened? 9k, 13k, and so on. Okay, 12k. You can see like after we got a support right there, where did we pump at? We pump all the way up to 12k. Where are we trying to go right now? 12k, right? So we capitulated down, got a 40% move. The trend line was like, nope, you can't do it. Okay, you cannot do it. Okay, once again, drop, double, top. Okay, so most people are paying attention to 10.5, but this trend line is more important than 10.5 level, because this trend line going to be all the way up to, even depending how you draw it, right? You can draw it in a way like we basically getting rejected now, right? You can draw it like that, but if you draw it based on like this, based on like the previous high, which is like 10.5 exactly, right? And this one based on closing basis right there. You put it on the closing basis, right? And this one you just touch like the most recent high. You can see that we can pump all the way up to 12K. We can pump all the way up to 12K. And 12K right there. Okay, you can see this trend line, the connection between, it can even go up to right there. Okay, 12.3, depending how fast we go, right? We can do this. Okay, we can do this also. We can hug it all the way up to 13K. We just don't know. It could be like a a rising wedge, right? Up to the upside. So we just don't know. Just because we got a trend line doesn't mean it is going to be a linear move to the upside. The move could be very boring, right? It could be also very boring, like this, like this, like this, and break it to the upside for the bullish setup. But let's see. The most important is like the trend line is right above us. It is right above us, and we cannot ignore it. If you ignore it, it means you're a moon boy. Okay, you just want to ignore it because you don't care. Okay, you can see how clean it is. Clean, clean, clean touches. Okay, clean. Okay, clean rejections. Take a look at it. Clean rejections, clean support, guys, clean breakout, fake out, 40% pump, clean rejection, clean rejection. February, first week February. Okay, now we about to hug it again. Okay, but hug it again. Okay, how important it is, okay, for you? Very important, probably. All right, very important. Okay, I'm looking for 11.9. Okay, I'm looking for 11.9 to 12.3, right? So but if we hit 11.9, 12.3 range, I'm just gonna be cautious. Okay, not try to long it, all right, and watch carefully, right? Because on the lower degree also, we we can definitely pump all the way up there and crash all the way back down. We can crash all the way back down, right? So let's take a look at on the daily basis. Now on the daily basis, that's what I mean. Right there, we can crash all the way back down just to fill the gap, right? Just to fill the gap. We can get a nice crash from like a 12.3 or so on and fill this gap down in a 1 week time frame, like just dump like in a 7 days time frame, just like what we did right here. Right, just like what we did right there. It dumped massively, okay, all the way down to 75 from like 9K. We dumped 2,000 points, right? So, and we had a nice gap at 6,100 also. Okay, we filled it. Like, I remember when BTC dumped like 2,000 points, like like a matter of freaking 2 hours, something like that, right? Juicy. It is juicy, man. It is very, very juicy, very juicy, very juicy. So so we talk about the trend line. We talk about how important September is for BTC. I know most people don't care about like next month. They only care about like what's going on right now and tomorrow, because most people are just looking to make some gains, 200 points, 300 points. But the macro scale is very, very important. Okay, very, 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 very important, right? So now let's take a look at Ethereum, okay, before we go back to BTC, because I gotta show you something about BTC. I haven't talked about it yet, all right? And I don't think anybody's talked about it yet, okay? So Ethereum breaking 350, which is pretty good. If you notice well, Ethereum, we're looking for Ethereum Friday night breakout. Okay, we're looking for this move right there, 365 for a possible rejection. So you got to know what happened like back in, let's say, first week of late June 2014. That's when BTC got rejected. So Ethereum is going back to the same price when BTC was 14K. That's the same price Ethereum is trying to hit. Okay, once again, Ethereum was like 365 when BTC was 14K. So Ethereum is moving too quick, too fast. So 365 is next resistance. If you guys been watching, talk about it. Ethereum, if we break 313, look for 365. It is not something like we we just trying to pump right now. So, but you know, most of the time, like when we retest like 50% of these wicks, I'll start to be very cautious, right? Because you know, we already retested 50% of it, 75% of it is right there. So if you long in Ethereum, you might want to move like a stop loss or stuff like that, right? But the ultimate target is like 365. Not saying we're gonna get rejected or any of that, but what I'm saying is the bulls got a, you know, got a juicy move to hit like you know, basically 375, right? Santoshi, what's up? Buzzboro, Ash Sharma. Will you check CHK? I don't know. From one of the tuber. I don't know what you mean, Ash. Oh, Ash. Hey, what's up? Hopefully it's Ash in our 50 million sell order waiting in at 11. I mean, let's see. Okay, don't. I haven't checked it yet, but it could be 50 million orders waiting at 11.5. But 11.5 is very important, guys. 12.3 very important. Man, I don't know. I can't. I don't know what you're saying, Ash. Yeah, you cannot ignore the clear flat correction on the weekly chart. It is clean, guys. The monthly. Ash, I think I see what you're saying. Those are 11,000. But don't fall for that. Just go by the chart, right? You cannot ignore the flat correction on a weekly basis. Looks cleaner on the 3 weeks chart. The higher the time frame, the better it is. The higher the time frame, the better it is, right? If you take a look at on the 3-day chart, on the 3 weeks chart, you can see this move, okay? If you take a look at on the 3 weeks chart, you can see this move, okay? Because you can change your candle patterns also, like you know, let's do this. Your candle, you can basically the wicks, ignore the wicks, right? And if you ignore the wicks, you can see like the chart is clean. That's a clean flat, right? Clean flat. It can break the low like I just showed you and break the high, okay? So break resistance and also break support, and this we're gonna need a rejection right there to confirm the flat correction. However, if we just keep going, this flat correction is going to be invalidated, okay? So it is clean, very, very clean, just like back in February, okay? Just like back in February. So I'm just going to be very cautious in this round, right? I don't know. You sound like another YouTuber claims to be this C wave. Okay, so he probably means like this is A, B, and C, right? So this stuff, guys, we talk about this stuff like back in March, stuff like that, okay? April. You go back and check my BTC analysis back in March, April, guys. Yes, we wanted BTC to drop back down to 4K, right? But however, we said clearly it is good time to buy 5K. Even if you're waiting for 4K, 5K is a good time because the upside potential is bigger, right? So it is like 10 to 12K. So we hitting 10 to 12K. You cannot just like keep saying you cannot switch like a side and say we're gonna, you know, we're going to the moon when you already knew this is gonna do it, and then you said if we do it, we got a chance to do this. So this has to be invalidated. My move to the downside has to be invalidated. Is it about being wrong or right? It's not about being wrong or right. It's just about like saying what you see, right? And we're lucky enough to be spot on over the last 18 months, right? And you can go ahead and check like any other analyst. Most people been bullish, bearish over the last 18 months. Only Sun Crypto been bullish from 3K to 14K, and since 14K being bearish, right? But in between we said, you know, this is top, right? Top right there, we got another top right there, stuff like that, right? So, and top right there. So, but most analysts, they be telling you like, oh, we're above the 21 EMA, we're in the bull run. We're above the 200-day moving average, weekly, whatever, we're on the bull run, right? So, over the last 18 months, guys. So over the last 18 months, people made like 20 different calls on the macro scale, not on the lower degree, but on the macro scale, So let's just keep that in mind. Let's get my wicks back. I love these wicks. Yeah, don't worry about those sell walls, man. Just go by the chart. To be honest, I'm not 90% confident, but I'm 70 to 75% confident, right? We can get in rejection. That's why I don't want to long above like 12K, guys. But you know, can we break it? The moon boys, I mean, moon boys are crazy, man. So they're gonna pump this sucker though. They can't try to pump this sucker, but you know, just be cautious. Just be cautious. What price is it gonna crash to? Oh man, let's just get the rejection. We're not crashing yet, right? Let's get a, I want to see like a 3-day engulfing candle first thing first, right? I want to see a 3-day engulfing candle just like this, right? I want to see something like this or something like that, something like this, okay, to start talk about like how low we're gonna drop and all of this good stuff. Okay, that's what I want to see right there. Anything like that, or even 4-day. The 4-day is very good also in giving us like these shooting stars, right? Stuff like that. Rejection right there. We got this nice rejection, but market ignore it. You see why I was very bearish, right? You cannot ignore these engulfing candles, right? This, like, you know, 3 weeks, in 4 days, right? You lost like, you know, your 2 weeks gains, stuff like that, right? You cannot ignore it. So I had a nice valid reason why, you know, 10.5 could be the top, right? So yeah, but however, this candle, this 21-day chart just opened like on the 29th, so it's gonna close roughly around like the 17, stuff like that, 17, 18. So let's see before the 18th if, like, you know, but closing below 90, 92 in you know, in August, going to be a dead, you know, going to be very bad in mid-August if like we close below 92, because it's going to create another bearish here, you know, engulfing 21-day chart. And we talk about this 21-day chart. I don't see it yet, right? But if like we close, just keep an eye on it on your 20-day chart. If like by the 17th, I think 18th is going to close, right? On the 9th, I think 19th, right? 29, 30, 30. Okay, 18th. On the 18th, this candle going to close on the 18th, right? So if like we close just about like 91, 92, August 18th, that's it. I can start like getting more evidences, right? We're going to be dropping, right? But let's see. It doesn't have to do it like this candle. This candle can go up on the 18th up to like a, you know, 13K whatever, but after that, the very next one we drop engulfing. That's also another possibility. I'm just saying, just waiting for an evidence to start calling for the rapid capitulation. Right now we just got the pattern, but we don't have the signal yet. You see what I'm saying? But we got the pattern. Christian, yeah, I mean, in this market, man, if somebody tells you like I never lost money, you just gotta think about it, man. You're gonna lose money, okay? So, but the most important, I explained it last time, it is not how many, you know, how many times you're going backward, right? It is how many times you're going forward, okay? So let's say in between you're gonna get this small backward, okay, this small one, okay? But sometimes you're gonna get a very big one, you know, this, okay? not that way, this way. so you're gonna get these, okay? You're gonna get these, you're gonna get these, you're gonna get these, okay? These are your stop losses, okay, going negative, okay? So let's just keep that in. But you wanna make sure, okay, you just want to make sure over the long run you get more long arrow going forward or more arrow going forward. All right, that's the most important. These forward arrows means gains, okay? You're gonna get these small ones. You should not be discouraged by a stop loss, because you know what you're doing. The reason why you put a stop loss, because you know you got an alternative count, right? For instance, when I was shorting Ethereum, I was shorting Ethereum 385, 388, right? But I knew, okay, if Ethereum breaks like 390, okay, 313 range, we could be doomed, right? So as soon as we break 390, I close 70% of my position. You see what I'm saying? So, and put stop loss at 313. Stop loss got hit 313. I was like, that's it, guys. We're going to basically, 360. So, and not try to force it. And you take a look at it, right? You long Ethereum 313 and flip 320, right? Take it to 360. You're still looking good. You're looking good, right? Even though you just lost like what? You close your position, 70% of your position, $2 above, your average entry. $3 above your average entry, and close the rest, the other 30%, 10 points above. That's not a lot, right? Unless you're doing like 100x. But if you're doing 3 to 5x, that's not a lot, right? That's not even like 10% loss, right? So before, let's go back, let's take a look at Ethereum, right? You guys got me going back to BTC. I love me some BTC, guys. So let's go back to Ethereum. So let's go back to Ethereum. So we're just gonna review this move for Ethereum once again. If you just join the group, join the live stream, we're just going to review this Ethereum flat correction. All right, so Ethereum flat correction right there, we got 5-wave impulse move. We said we're going to get this move, right? And we're going to expect this move down. This is a move we talked about back in January, not just now, okay, when Ethereum was like roughly around like 120. That's when we said we got another $300 range, okay, to retest. Go and tap Ethereum forecast 2020 send crypto, and you can find this 5-minute video. You can watch it, right? The actual thumbnail was like this, okay? That's the thumbnail of it, okay? So just like what Ethereum is doing now. So Ethereum, we just got to be able to the bears, okay, if it goes higher, great, but the bears, they got to be able to give us like a confirmation. We don't have a confirmation yet. We don't. We just got a pattern. You got to understand the difference between confirmation and a pattern. You can get a flat correction, right? You can get an impulse move, right? And you get a one, let's say you get 1, 2, and 3. This is a flat correction, right? You're expecting a drop, right? But you might not get any signal in this range. You might get the signal higher because it could be expanded. The flat could be expanded. It can go higher. You see what I'm saying? But you know what to expect. In the near future you could be expecting a reversal, right? But this range is a very dangerous range, right? Very dangerous. So right there, you're gonna get something like this with a very high probability. Not always, right? Not always, right? But let's say 70 to 80%. You got 70 to 80% chance to find something. Sometimes it can be a double top, sometimes it can be expanded, right? So you just have to keep that in mind, all right? So Ethereum, that's what we're making once again, right? I'm gonna upload the video next, right, later on about that, Ethereum flat correction move. Incredible intent, guys. Beautiful setup for Ethereum. Yeah, we got some doomsy. Yeah, man, we got some doomsy. We got some. I never heard about doomsy. I heard about Doom Boy. we talk about Ripple. Okay, Ripple XRP is very important because Ripple XRP shows the correction a long time ago, right? This correction on Ripple XRP already basically played it out a long time ago. So XRP could hit our target of 28 cents very soon. 29 to 30 cents, right? Very soon. Let's take a look at it. I don't want to remove this setup, but okay, let me suck it up. Just have to remove it. So XRP, let's take a look at on a weekly basis first before I remove everything. So on a weekly basis, if you guys been following us, right? Even on our that's a setup on our premium, right? XRP closed above 21 EMA, right? Not 20, yeah, 21 on a weekly, right? Close above it, moonshot, okay? XRP moonshot, beautiful. Okay, it's been a long time since like we got a nice 30% move in XRP in like less than 10 days, right? So beautiful. So we're looking for this move 29 to 31, right? So, and if you guys been following us like long enough back in October, but that was in our premium, okay? Buy XRP 13 cents and sell half at 25 cents and wait, right? That was a setup for XRP, right? But that was a macro setup, not like a daily setup and all that good stuff. All right, that was a macro setup. So we got a resistance right there, 29 to 30 cents. Can it even go to 35? Yes, but I'm not concerned about 35. All I'm concerned is like close profits, right? Close everything right there, and if it goes higher, you can look for something else to play. I'm not looking to day trade. I'm just looking to not looking to day trade it. Just take profit, and if it goes higher, great, because you're holding the asset anyway, right? But you don't want to take a risk at a critical point, trying to basically be greedy and holding it, and then it retraces down. You lose some. You're not losing, but you're gonna be wasting some profits, right? Wave 5 of B. So wave 5 of B. I don't think B. The B wave always 3 wave. I don't know what you mean. Not always. I mean, yeah, you can say always 3 wave, right? But let's focus on XRP first, and we're gonna talk about your your 535 or 335 wave, right? So you take a look at XRP on a weekly basis, right? So XRP did the same thing right there. I showed you regard a few weeks back, right? And I was like, XRP got this move, right? And then we got a flatty correction-y right there, 1, 2, 3. What happened next? We got this move down. Okay, so this could be just a correction also, because this is impulse. Anything else, I mean, the best thing to do after you get an impulse is expect correction, right? So if I'm not that bullish, I just have to go with a correction for XRP. How high can we correct? Because when you're correcting, you don't want to correct from above your previous impulse wave high, right? This is our impulse wave high at 34 cents. So if we're correcting, we're just correcting based on the previous impulse, which is this move down. So we don't want to correct too high. We don't want to correct overextendedly. All right, so can we pump all the way up to it? Yes, but what we're saying is the directional move to the downside was pretty impulse. The correctional move to the upside is pretty correcty, right? Correcty is not a word, right? So it is pretty it is correcting, right? So basically we just have to take it as it is, right? And we could expect after that, if we get rejection, we could expect this move, and then after that we could say we double bottom, made a beautiful setup and pump to the upside, stuff like that, right? Something like this. Okay, it could be a flat right there, something like a flat, just like what BC did at 3K area. Just speculating. Okay, it could even be a wedge. It could even be a wedge. right there. It could be a wedge, it could be a flat, we don't know, but we just speculating, right? So let's see if like we're going to be able to break this 29.31 cents range, right? So beautiful, beautiful. Okay, beautiful. So guys, make sure to hit the likes, make sure to subscribe. We got 71 watching. BTC breaking out, XRP breaking out, Ethereum breaking out, BNB, Bitcoin Cash, Neo, all of them. Okay, they breaking out, guys. They're breaking out. Good time. Okay, good time for crypto. Oh, okay. C-Wave. You meant for C-Wave? Yes. Meant for C-Wave. Yeah, you're correct. C-Wave always 5-wave. Okay, you just gotta remember it. That's the best way to remember it. And your B-Wave always 3-wave, right? Best way to remember it. Not, I mean, some people might be 5-wave, blah blah blah, but just say 3-wave. Okay, just to be safe. Hey, what's up, Chris? 777. Santiago in the house. Hey, what's up, Humi? Thanks a lot for tuning in. I mean, I think anything below $100 is a buy. If you're accumulating, you don't wait for the exact number. Okay, anything at 100 and below is extremely good buy for Ethereum. All right, like I said, BTC, anything below 4K, just close your eyes, right? Not a fine. I'm not trying to give you any financial advice, right? But close your eyes, buy weekly. It could be there for a few weeks before pumping back up, right? So is it too late to get into XRP? I mean, XRP got a big resistance at 589, so it's never too late to buy XRP, right? So it's never too late to buy XRP. So XRP, we at resistance, long-term trend line resistance since like April 2018, right? So as you can see, based on close on like a weeks, right? If you just join the weeks, it is very close. It is time to be cautious. Okay, you see what I'm saying? It is time to be cautious. Can we break it and pump above it like 20, like what I'm saying, 28, 29? Yes. Okay, the reason why I'm looking for 28, 29 is based on like moving averages, right? And you can see the moving average is exactly at the same level, right? And if you do it like in terms of a fib retracement, also swing high to swing low, you can see like what type of confluence we got, right? You got this red line right there, which is your weekly 100 EMA. You got this long-term trend line dated since April 2018, and you also got like 0.76, which is like this blue line. So on the midpoint is like 27.5. So, and we're looking for like 29.31 range. Yes, this range is going to be very volatile. Okay, can we pump higher to like 0.888? We can't, but just to respect what you get, if you long it early enough, 20 cents, you don't have to worry too much. You just put stop loss and see what the bull is going to be doing over the weekend. Yeah, it looks very good, guys. It looks very good. XRP looking very bullish. This could be our road to 589. Looks very bullish. Oh my god, look at this big candle. Looks very bullish, guys. So just like I said, I wasn't interested about XRP below the weekly 21 EMA. All right, so now I'm interested about XRP. So let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash before we go back to BTC. So Bitcoin Cash is breaking this 0.618. we're looking for 350, 330. We're most likely gonna hit it, but bulls gonna start taking profits, so this move could be, you know, very volatile. So 305, 305 was like 0.618. Now we're looking good above it. So let's see if like we can manage to hit 330 before the weekly candle. I don't think we're gonna close above 330, right? 350 we could, but if we close above it, it'll be nice, because the next level is going to be like 380, which is like 0.786 right there. This blue line right there, right? As you can see, let me know if you can see it right there. That's 3 year. We respected cleanly 50% pullback, which is like this you know, green line right there, dark green, right? So Bitcoin Cash still a hold. Just put a stop loss and don't worry about anything. BNB still looking good. You know, we can get this move, broke this diagonal resistance, right? So we don't have nothing to worry, but up to like 25 range. Okay, but the peak is like 27, so that's why I put 27. So but if we hit like 25 and start like getting some funny reaction, I'm just gonna cut it off, right? Basically you can see like target for Bitcoin SV was right there, 245, 252. We just about to hit target. Okay, so 245, 252. So I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't be jumping into Ether like unless you spot buy and not leveraging it. Leveraging Ether right now is kind of a very, very dangerous. Okay. Let's take a look at alt. Before we go back to BTC, it looks good. Right now, the losers A and B early on. The winners for the alt, ADX, just by 8%, 2000 range. Atom is Qdom is holding strong at a 22,000 range. So SXP just about a 1.8. XLM got a nice pullback, right? It got a nice pullback, came back down to retest like a weekly 200 EMA, so did not close below it. So it is just coming back to retest the trend line. We got a support at 700 to 800 range. Look for a possible support for a possible retest, right? Because most likely if BTC cool off, XLM is a top coin, top 20. So if a top 20 coin is basically not even like, let's see, from the low, March low, right, up to now, it is only 50% up, right? So if BTC cool off, even like coins like outside the top 400s, right, they like 400% up versus BTC. XLM going to pick up at some point. It's going to take back its market share over the next few weeks. So we got multiple targets for XLM all the way up to like March, April high 2019, right, up to like 3,000, almost 3,000 area, 29, 3,000, right? So still a very, very good buy the dip thing, okay, especially versus BTC. Litecoin, we talked about $60 Litecoin when Litecoin was, you can see we just hit $60. Talk about Litecoin on my previous analysis. We got a trend line right there. We got 50% pullback, and we got the macro trend line from like June 2019, right? Just like XRP trend line. So we got to be able to break this area for for Litecoin, $60. So if you've been following, you know you should be doing well with Litecoin. I'm not telling you what to do, but $60 Litecoin, we call it as long as we close above this 21 EMA. So right there, that's about $47. We said, okay, Litecoin next level is $60, right? Easy guys, easy. So let's see if Litecoin is going to try to pull this off, right, and break this triangle. Okay, so if we break it, if you're really a moon boy, all you have to do is basically this trend line right there, okay. 120 extension of it, it's like 172, if that's the case, right? Right? But the downside also, is valid for Litecoin. If we break this green line, okay, this green line support, it is also another 1-to-1 extension to the downside. So either way you look at it, we're about to basically start a new trend, unless for Litecoin we get this correction. Okay, Litecoin wants to make this correction, okay, this one, okay, and this one. So that's also a very corrective pattern for Litecoin. But $60, that was the most important for Litecoin, so it hit it. That's it. No need to do anything else. Ethereum Classic, once again, we're looking for like $8, and then we're looking for after that like $9. Looking very good, all right. But Ethereum, it's got this resistance, right? So let's see, 7.6. Gotta break this resistance on a weekly basis. We're already above the weekly 211 EMA. It might be waiting for the new weekly candle to start, and then we can look for 0.786, because based on Fibonacci, right, we don't have any other resistance for Ethereum Classic up to basically not over $9. Okay, almost $10. If we just want to respect the Fibonacci area, right? Because it is respecting it. So why don't we have to respect it, right? Respected it 382, respected 50%, respected 0.618, double tap at 0.618. If we break it, we can just respect 0.786 or even 0.888, which is like 11.3. But just to be conservative, I'm just going to look for 8.6. So, and then I'll let see if we can hit 9.6 range. Okay, nice. You got in at 318, 350. That's a good move. If hopefully you did not do 100x, right? So let's take a look at the link. Somebody asking about link. Link got a nice 10% pump from like $7 to 7.8. I don't trade link a lot though, but I'm not a big fan of link for some reason, but let's take a look at link. $7.8. Okay, so link, we did not retest like $6, but we retested $7 to a 6 point, just about like 6.5 resistance right there, just about like 8.5 range. Okay, small resistance. So on a daily basis, let's take a look at it on a daily basis. On a daily basis, we got support from the let's just remove everything. So link is giving us a very corrective move, right? So just like BTC, okay, from like 10k area, from 14k we drop, right? Well, I got this flat arrow. Okay, we drop. You can see like the difference between not a difference, but you can see this correction, right? Remember this correction? Remember this correction back in February on BTC when we said this, that, flatty, this, and then we dropped down to 3,800. Same correction. Are we going to be able to make it? Let's see, because link already got a nice support did not want to close below the 211 EMA. So the bears, they got a good setup. They just have to give us a signal, right? But they got the pattern. So the bulls also, okay, they got a good advantage, right? Support. All they need to do, right, either make a bull flag right there and then pump in and eliminate completely this flat correction. That's possible because flat correction is a continuation pattern, but it got a chance to fail, right? If we make a bull flag right there, we can basically retest the top, okay? Because I remember Link did the same thing last year, right? Last year, right there, okay? You remember this one? I remember this flatty correction from Link, right? When we drop right there, you can go, I gotta find the analysis, but we drop right there, made a flat correction, right? 1 2 3, and I was like, okay, we just have to expect this move, right? So we did drop down, okay? We did drop down, bump back up, drop down. So on the lower degree right there, we're making the same thing, okay? You can see how Link is hanging. I'm not saying we're going to go to zero or all of that. I'm just saying we're correcting. That's impulse. This is flat. We can make this move and drop down to 0.618, 786 and make this move probably and then pump back up, right? Just to basically liquidate all the longs, right? So let's take a look at it based on Fibonacci since like March low. 0.618 going to be just about like, oh no way, $2 below $2, 50% pullback going to be 350. I know most of you guys are going to be like, oh no way, Link is never going to drop below $5 again, but 382 going to be just about like 4.22 and 50% pullback going to be 3.4, right? If like we get, if like we get any sideways correction, any capitulation, that's going to be a good level to look for a nice swing. Just I would, I don't trade Link a lot, right? I don't trade it a lot, but if like we get this move, right, I could basically load a position right there. Just hold tight because I know we can at least get a nice 20% move on average, just about like another pullback to 5.6, right? At least. So any crash from Link, it is going to be by the dip. 0.618, $2.7, but not to be greedy, this range of 4.2 all the way down to 3.3 could be by the dip thing, okay? You go take a look at it. That's like the same level of a previous high right there, just by 4.5. You can see what happened back in like February, and same level, okay? Same level. So this level, you don't want to short Link unless it is capitulating all the way down. Yes, you don't have nothing to do but to just watch it, right? But if it drip slowly, right, juicily, slowly, right there, you can basically be very confident to get some at, especially 382. Might be very aggressive, but 382 should be okay. Already up 80%. Make sure to take profits. I mean, don't like the thing with the market, don't feel like a genius when you see like market being green. You're not a genius. You're just following what the market is doing. Take some profit. If it keeps going, you're still holding the asset, you're still making profit. But people want to hold it like for like a 10,000% gain. All right, I know something about it. All right, don't do that. Not a financial advice, but I'm just saying, like, in general, taking those profits gonna increase your position, gonna increase your capital, gonna increase your portfolio, and slowly you're not worrying about too much. But if you want to overtrade and 10x your position in 10 days, I'm not saying it's not possible, but it is very stressful, very, very stressful, okay? Because most of the time the market, can react against your expectation. So you just have to be very, 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 very cautious. So XTZ, I'm also bullish on XTZ, but I already got the setup on the premium group, so I will save that one for later. Yeah, I don't like to day trade alt. I just like to swing trade them, buy them against BTC, and just hold. Because I know if you buy alt, at a very good spot, sometimes it takes like time, right? Could take months, just like XRP, right? But sometimes it can take like hours or even days for you to hit your target, right? So, and then get out. Because you're buying it against BTC, you're not buying it against the dollar, so you're just down temporarily when you trade versus BTC. So let's go back to King BTC. So we got a nice smiley face from BTC. We got a W pattern from BTC. So we got a W pattern right there. So we got a W pattern, guys. Triple tap. That's the textbook. So I would, textbook pattern. So let's see. Okay, let's see if we're going to be able to break it. Yeah, 11.7 gonna be nice if we can hit 11.7. Hey, thanks a lot, Jason Flash Crash. Okay, join our public Telegram group, link in the description. So if you haven't joined our public Telegram group, we got, I think Santiago is in our public Telegram group. So we got some mini traders out there, right? We got over 800 people in our public Telegram group. It is a lot compared to our channel, our YouTube channel, just about like less than 3,000. If you can manage to trade with other traders, 800, it is pretty decent, right? Ether BTC broke 3,000, right? Yes. Okay, let's take a look at Ether BTC. Because Ether BTC was very, very important, right? It's very important because I saw this Ether BTC big volume right there, and I was like, oh, look at this Ether. That's the biggest sell volume like since like basically before the drop right there. Okay, that's the biggest sell volume since like right there. Okay, when we capitulated, before we got another one right there. You can see the type of formation right we got after this drop, this move right there. So you got to remember, we had a nice like Ether BTC. We made a I think triangular formation back then, like right there. Hold on. That's not July. Let's take a look at it right there. I know what Ether BTC looks like this. June, February. Okay, so back in February we made a nice basically descending triangular formation right there before we broke it, but it turned out to be a parallel channel. So if you take a look at these trend lines, back in like February when I was like saying Ether gonna drop down to $80, $100 range, Ether pulled back up. This range was like 250 level before the capitulation in term of dollar, but it was like 0.027. So you can see support resistance right there was a support resistance like April, right? We just managed to crush this level, okay, but did not respect this February high, just like most alt, right? Like VeChain, Zilliqa, let's see, many alt, okay, did not respect February high. They just pump above it. Most alt right now below like February high, and those are the alt you want to basically accumulate. Okay, alt like below the especially below the March low, stuff like that, right? I don't think many below the March low except Beam. I think Beam is below March low, stuff like that, right? So but Ethereum versus BTC is pulling back up. If you take a look at it on the daily, that is not that bullish. Okay, this is not that bullish. You can see right there, we're just pulling back up. We just hit 0.618. Now we're looking for this move to basically 0.786, which is just about like 0.031, right? If we hit this 0.031, bulls could strike this level of points, 0.618. It is a good level to be striking versus BTC, but are they going to be able to do it? That's the question. We got 0.786, 0.0317, and we got 0.888, which is like 0.0321. Okay, that's a nice number, 321, right? So this level going to be very interesting to see over the next few hours and days, right? Because that's the daily candle. The reason why I'm saying it, because this is impulse. Whenever I see impulse, everything else has to be corrective for me, right? For me, not for you, right? It can be corrective. It doesn't have to break this low, but we can get this move 50% to 0.618 and confirm me, okay? Confirm and convince me, right? We could possibly, right, get this move just like BTC, right? Okay, I'm going to show you BTC, okay? Current BTC chart, right? BTC did this, came right there. That's what BTC is doing right now. That's a structure in green and all of that good stuff, right? That's what BTC is doing with a triple top formation. So can Ether repeat it, or Ether might just give us an impulse drop? That's also another possible setup, right? We can break this high and go up and but capitulate down, right? So similar to let's see, I'm going to show you on Ether 355, almost about hit 36, right? Ether USD, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about, right? On the lower degree right there, on the hourly. Let's go on 6 hour. I'm going to show, because we got a similar setup when Ether was right there, okay? This move, right? This move, that was like when BTC also crashed on this move, right? This move was also a similar pattern where, Ether dropped down and you expect it to basically drop right here, but no, Ether basically did not respect any structure. It just pumped, made a high right there, create a divergence on your indicator, maybe on a lower degree, and crash right back down. So if you go back on Ether BTC, that's why it is good to remember this pattern, so you can like instantly remember what Ether did before and all that good stuff, right? You take a look at Ether BTC on the daily. Okay, it can, okay, I'm not saying it cannot break this 0.032, but it can basically break it and crash right back down. It is still going to be bullish because it is a continuation pattern. It is a flat. It can still do this and do that like we're doing on a daily, right? But what I'm saying is just have to be cautious, especially when you are long in it. It means you have to take profits. You have to take profits, okay? I have to take profits at some point, especially when we retest the top, and don't feel like, oh, I should have waited. No, none of that good stuff, because you don't know if this level right there is going to be the end, right? But the most important is that you took the long, take it, let it do whatever it wants to do, right? You don't care, because market is not going anywhere. This is only like the daily time frame, not even like monthly or something like that, right? So thanks a lot, Santiago. Thanks a lot, Tom H. Make sure to join the public Telegram group, guys. yeah, you're welcome. So it is corrective to me, and it could possibly create a possible divergence, right, on the daily. But that'd be very bullish. If like we're gonna create divergence, it means like we're gonna do this, right? So we're gonna have to get a wedge right there, and RSI is not gonna break this high like that quick. Okay, it's very slow. It has a not very slow. It's faster than MACD, but the response might not be quick enough, right, for it to break this high, and it could create a divergence on the daily. I'm pretty sure we got a divergence on the not divergence. Yeah, let's see, because we still below it. Okay, on the 4 hour we still below it, so we cannot create any divergence. But we have to break this high to create a divergence, right? But that's a pretty clean move. I think I was talking about this. I was talking about the Kerwin last night, and I think he was trading on. I gotta remember which pair. ADX. ADX got the same structure yesterday, right? Let me show you ADX. So you take a look at ADX, right? On the lower degree, same structure. You can see as Ether, right? But ADX did not manage to pump high. It just dropped and create this move. So now it is creating another double bottom right there. So it could be a corrective move right there and retest this high right there, this low right there, right? So same move as ADX, but Ether pattern is just because when I was talking to Kerwin, right? He's in a premium group. He said, "Oh, should I wait for 0.618?" I was like, "No, just take it, just take it at 2400 because you long it from like 2000. Don't be greedy. Take your 20% or at least take a 50% pullback." So if you waited like for this move, it is correct. You're not doing anything wrong, right? But looking at how impulse this move was, you want to get out quick. Okay, you want to get out, especially if you bought it at 2000, right? So okay, you from like a 0.026. 0.026 is a good move. You're at 0.03, right? That's a 20% almost, okay? 15 to 20% move, right? And if you're long in it, leveraging it, even a 2x, that's a 30% gain at least, right? So I don't know why traders always want to hit that exact target. I don't wait for exact target. I don't do that. It's just me though. It's just me. It doesn't mean like you're doing anything wrong, right? But if I have a target at, let's say BC is at 10.7, okay, I got a target at 11.9. At 11.7, 11.4, I'm gonna start chopping off, okay, taking out profits, all right? Because it's just you're leveraging. It's free money, right? Not free, but you could lose it, but you're leveraging, okay? You gotta think about it. You're not just buying at 10.7 and selling at 11. You multiply your money at least by 2 3, right? So I love when market is volatile. Sometimes it's very boring when market is just moving sideways, because most of the good stuff you see it like during the high volatility. Okay, it's easier to I'm more like I feel like I'm more basically I like the market better when basically market is moving fast, right? Right, so we got this parallel channel, resistance 11.3 to 11.4, support 10.9. So it's still looking very good. We're still at resistance 11.4. Market is too volatile, so you don't look for exact number. You might be looking for 11.4. It goes like 11.490, goes like almost 1% above your resistance level. But one thing you have to remember, guys, take a look at 4 hour. We do not have a crossover. We don't have a crossover. That's why I took profit at 11.4. We don't have a crossover, right? Took some profit at 11.4. We don't have a crossover. We got this crossover. Even if we get another crossover right there, the second crossover going to be done deal for the bulls, guys. We could be seeing a nasty drop. But let's see. We don't have a second crossover. Let's take a look at hourly. Hourly is basically pushing, right? Very weak. Very weak, guys. Very weak. I love what the bulls are doing, but I love it, but guys, just have to be cautious. This low volatility weekend, if you're doing any 100x long in this range, if you did not long it anywhere around like 10.7 and you're longing it right there, you're looking for taking profit right there, adding position right there again. That way you don't have to worry too much. Okay, take a look at the volume. Big volume. We got a big warning right there. Warning. We got a warning right there. Bulls basically ignoring it. Another warning. Warning. Another one. Double, triple tap. Smiley face. Okay, got a smiley face right there. Right. Got the W tap formation. You move to a XRP. Let me show you XRP top formation. Okay, take a look at it on the daily. Take a look at it, guys. That's why it is good to remember pattern. Okay, it is very, very good to remember patterns. This is live. Okay, you see this XRP beautiful pattern formation back in June, right? When I was like, okay, done deal for XRP. All right, done deal. Exactly, same exact. Not saying BTC gonna do it, but remembering the pattern, you know, you're gonna be taking profits, right? Cutting some profits, right? And looking for BTC to basically, you know, either retrace, or if like we get a breakout, you can add on. But take a look at the same exact structure, because I remember this one. I give like many examples like this, even on chain link, right? Let me show you link. Let me show you link. Okay, take a look at link, right? Link right there. Okay, link, that's when I give you guys warning when link was like $3, right? Right, October, $3. I was like, link, we got this smiley face again right there. Okay, same exact chart. And what I show you about link, I showed you link and I compared it to XRP, right? That's what I did. I was like, guys, be cautious. You guys very bullish on link, but this move, I've seen it before. Okay, I've seen it before, so be cautious. Be cautious. Okay, you do whatever you want with your money. I'm not telling you to buy or sell. But link, and the good thing with link is a very good indicator, right, for BTC. Very good. What I mean, good indicator for BTC. Link tapping out, right, always showed you like BTC tapping out. Look at it like back in June, right? Link tap out like June 24th, yes, at the same time with BTC, right? That one might be irrelevant, but this move right there, link also basically, you know, even though it pumped hard, right, it tap out right there, first week of February, right? Capitulated with BTC. So if like we get a top formation right there, it could indicate, okay, link is, you know, not so great. All right, so not so great. So also another flat correction you can see on link is right there. You got impulse, you got flat, impulse down, and impulse to the upside. That's also another way of flatty, you know, flatty correction. You can look at it. 1, 2, 3, you know, corrective, impulse. Okay, so you know, that's link link USD. Okay, that's link USD. That's link USD. But that was clean. Okay, that's a very beautiful setup. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. You got your flat, right? Just like we're expecting from BTC, we're expecting this move, right? And then after that, so the move from link, right? Just, you know, just based on this pattern, the link, you know, could be just correcting down, right? It could be still in the bull run for link. It could be just a correction, because we got the, you know, the flat correction, the impulse. This move is impulse from a new wave. It doesn't have to do anything with this one. Okay, it is done. So this new impulse wave for link, if we had got rejected just about 5, it could be different, because we could get a double correction like this. All right, 1, 2, 3, right? And then we got this 1, 2, and then we would expect this another flat next week before pumping. However, since like we got this impulse and then corrective impulse, that's it. So this is done. This is one, to me, right? To me, but how I look at the market, this one is basically one part of the a correction from this move up. So this move, right, can be just a correction. It can have its own correction, right? This impulse move to the upside right there, right here, has to create a correction at some point. This correction, we don't know how, you know, how it is going to look like, right? It can be like this, possible double bottom push to the upside speculatively, right? Or it can just be a zigzag like this. We don't know, we just don't know, right? So since we don't know and we're not sure yet if link is tapping out, we just wait to see if, okay, that little you know, flat correction we get on the lower degree going to confirm, and then we just wait for our 0.786 or 0.618. If you're very bearish, you can look for 0.786. If you're not that bearish and you're very bullish, you just look for the previous high, which is like just about $5 to $4 range. Okay, that's 382. But if you're very doomy, like a doom boy, you look for $2. Okay, look for $2. But a pullback to $4 or even like $5.50 is pretty normal. It's not like link is pumping like for the last 10 years and you're saying, oh, we're never gonna see $4 again, right? So it is just a normal call, right? It is a normal call. Hey, what's up? What's up, Noom? Noom is so moony. He got his name backward. He's not a moon boy. He's a Noom boy. So let's take a look at Loom, guys. So Loom is one of the coin I'm very bullish, but got clobbered by BTC. So we got a resistance. We got a resistance right there. We got a support. Okay, just like Loom AGI and yeah, Loom AGI. I think EVX, not EVX, but Loom AGI. I gotta find the other coin. Got the same structure, right? So right there, if like this push is pretty strong, we could find the support at 107, 110 area. But however, if like we do not break this area, it could be very bullish, because you gotta remember the correction of our RCL, right? Isaac, let me show you Isaac. So Isaac LRC, I think it's LRC, right? Loopring or Isaac LRC. I don't know which one is it again. Let's see, Loopring. It's either Loopring or Isaac. Okay, it's not Loopring, so it has to be Isaac. RCL, LRC, RLC. Okay, RLC. Okay, okay, RLC, you gotta think about it. That's the structure we got right there. Okay, so, and when we got this peak at November, like it was dropping, and I was like, okay, we could possibly, okay, look for a support right there, which is pretty normally when you get a parallel channel, right? But you can see this is a nice setup. You got this impulse, this move, and then you're expecting this move to drop down and retest it. No, it's just following the the Fibonacci retracement back to this look like a 0.618. Let's see. Okay, it just respected 0.786 right there. Exactly, hit 0.786. So if that's what I'm saying for link, if you're very bearish, you could look for 0.786, right? So respect the 0.786, but did not respect the trend line. Okay, did not respect the trend line and just pump to the upside. So if we go back to Loopring, I know Loopring has a very low market cap, but these are the coins you want to be buying, like low market cap, outside the top 100. You know, pretty confident they're not going to get delisted. I'm not saying I'm confident they won't, but what I'm saying is not Loopring, but Loom. Right? Tyler, CND pump yesterday and basically just pulled back. Let's see. So if like we're gonna, we want to use like the same strategy for CND, we could see, you can see like we dumped down to 0.786, same exact. I didn't even know, right? So you can see like we dumped down to a 0.786 exactly. So what are we expecting? We expecting, right, okay, my expectation, okay, is a retest of this trend line. However, since we already pulled back to 0.786, let's take a look at our, okay, let's take a look. That's a weekly. Let's take a look at 3-day chart. Okay, 3-day chart, we already broke 21 EMA, so that's not good at all, right? So let's see within the next few days, right, this low volume decrease in prices can create some high volatility. Always, okay, low volume, lower prices going to create high volatility. And what I mean volatility, it is going to be most likely an upward momentum, okay, upward momentum. Is it going to be a bear flag, or is it going to be a start of a new trend, a double bottom, a 0.786 pullback again, and attack this trend line, break it, retest it, and go to the moon? That's a bullish setup. If we do not get this set up, okay, remember, it doesn't have to play out like this. It could just could crash not crash, but crush this you know, trend line, right? But just to be realistic, okay, but the bearish setup is like we just make a bet, either make a bear flag, or even drop down to this trend line. It is your pick, okay? You got two setups, but the takeaway is like it is going to be bullish regardless how you look at it. It is just going to be time sensitive, right? You don't know if we're going to follow this trend line right there and then continue the uptrend, or we just going to do it like Isaac, okay, RCF, right? Something like that, right? Thanks a lot, Moon Boy. You're a Moon Boy that you got your name backward. That's how moony you are. I'm just joking, though. Don't take it personal. So CND, we got a nice 15% pump yesterday. Okay, BTC just got rejected 11.3. So let's see. It's gonna be a low volatility weekend, all right? So don't worry about, like, you know, 11.3, 11.4, 11.2, even 10.8. Right? Even if you retest 10.8 tomorrow, don't be don't feel scared and all of that. That's why I say, you know, just chop off some, you know, even if you take like 40%, 30% profits at 11.4, so you're gonna be sure, you know, even if your stop loss get hit, you already taken like 40% of it, right? So CND, CDT, DNT, CND is dropping down to 82. We basically have a big trouble right now with the bears, right? What is the problem? The problem is like this 3-day 100 EMA. We got to take care of it, okay? We got to be able to take care of it. If not, it has to drop all the way down probably to a, you know, 0.786, just like the rest of the crypto, right? As long as we don't take care of it, 0.786 is going to be like 56. So keep that in mind. So if you got a nice entry anywhere around this level of 80, we're still good because we're still above the this yellow line, which is like 21 EMA. That's why I'm saying, like, with alt, if you're not comfortable keeping it, like buying it and holding it, you know, for at least, you know, a possible quarter, right? A quarter or something like that, 3 months to hit their target, you're most likely going to be panicking. So that's why I don't buy alt versus the dollar, right? I just buy it versus the BTC because I know, you know, they're gonna gain value at some point versus BTC. It might take forever, you know, but it could, you know, hit possible target like very, very quickly. All right, very quickly. So it is still bullish, still making higher, you know, high lows, right? And above the 3-day 21 EMA, but we're in danger right now with this second rejection. We're in danger, right? We're in danger. But take a look at it. Even if we're in danger, right? Our February high was right there. We already, you know, retested February high, but we just cannot close above it, which is like this 80, just about like 95 range. If you close above it, guys, moonshot. That's the only thing I can call it, moonshot. All right. But if we fail, we just have to wait for the next alt season. Okay, it might be very unlucky, but it is going to be unfortunate, but we just have to wait for the next alt season. We don't know how, you know, what type of correction we're going to get, but we could wait for the alt season like September, October, right, range. So that's what I'm saying. If you, once again, if you're not comfortable with this alt, don't buy them, just hold your BTC, because sometimes they can be very, very deceiving, right? You can hold them like for 6, 8, 9 months before they give you like a 400, 500% breakout, right? Just like Dogecoin, right? Just like you know, your Dogecoin, Digibyte, right? AMB, all right? You know, Algo not doing so great, right? But pump above like 37,000, drop back down to 25,000. So, and many coins like XRP, right? They can be very, they can be very, they can deceive you, all right? Hey, what's up, Lufin? What happened to 2K BTC? What happened to $1 million BTC? I haven't seen money $1 million either, right? So if you're looking to join our premium group, make sure to send me a message if you're in a public Telegram group, and I'm gonna send you the link to the Discord channel. All right, so you got an alt set up, no leverage, just buy and wait for target. Sometimes it's very, very painful when alt BTC is pumping, stuff like that, right? When BTC pumping, alt can suffer, but when BTC tap out, you can see what happened like back in February. So, and we basically picked many alt back in February, first week of February, before, you know, February 16, we hit all our targets, right? So let's see, BNB is still looking good. So I just need to break this 21.5 range, right? Need to break 21.5, and then we could hit like 25 cents. Peter Cortzi, what's up, Peter? ELF, ELF, we got a setup for ELF also. We got a triangular formation, if I remember well, similar to Syscoin, similar to XLM, but let's double check. Okay, yeah, you got a triangular formation. It is still in accumulation mode. All right, so it is still in accumulation mode. So the good thing about ELF is like we already got this correction right there in 3 wave. This is a you know, 50% pullback. So let's see if like we can get the breakout, right? But it is still in accumulation mode, just like a Skycoin, still accumulative. So you just have to wait. You just don't know how long it is going to take to get to this point. Right, but you know how long it's going to take to get to this point. It's like January. But what I'm saying is, you don't know if ELF gonna do this. Okay, not gonna do this. Just have to wait. ELF. Tron. TRX still at 170, still accumulative, right? So TRX could be very is very boring as of now. No, it's not very entertaining to hold it, but we got a strong support level in this green box, anywhere around like 135 to 150. You know, it is a very strong trend line. Regarding RSI, we're still making a lower highs, right? So still not even up to this level. So it is very, very buy. Okay, you gotta be able to buy. So people say Tappy is very buy also, right? So very accumulative, that's what I mean, right? So look for this you know, very all this range, you know, 150, 175, 180, because the move for Tron is not like 200, 300. It is up to this level 500, right? So you just got to be able to wait for it, accumulate it while it is not moving, not wait till it's, you know, wait until it basically pump like this and you be like, oh man, are we gonna drop back down to 200? Just like what happened to you know, 88. So SC is still below 30. So let's see, still below 30, 27. So 27 support level right there, 25 to 20, also another strong support, right? So let's see, it is we just got to take care like this June price level. If like you pay clear attention to a SIA coin, you know, SIA coin, right? We pump to a June prices, right? June prices right there, okay, already. So it could dump all the way down to back to the low, right? But we got 20 to 25 range as a support. And the good thing also is like this move is basically corrective 1, 2, and 3, just like Link. I just showed you Link, right? 1, 2, 3, and then we could get this move, right? So the big question is how long it is going to take, which I really don't care how long it is going to take. But the good thing is like we got corrective and we got a very strong support since like September last year, there, you know, from like 17 to 25 range. But 25 to 20 also a very good level to be accumulated. Anything, basically anything below 28, right? It is a good level to be accumulating at, right? So, but if like we close above this 48, which is almost like 100% move, right? Close like 50. Next one is 75, right? So what's up, smooth operator? I mean, why would I delete my YouTube account since I've been talking about 3K? How long people been talking about BTC $1 million and they never deleted their account, right? People been talking about BTC $1 million like for the last 10 years, right? So I mean, it's not like I'm not holding BTC. I want BTC to hit like $1 million, right? But I'm just being cautious also not to be too much of a moon boy and saying, oh, I'm gonna buy $100 BTC and I'm gonna wait for BTC to hit $1 million so I can sell it. All that good stuff, right? So it's not about hiding. And the most notable analysts, you know, on YouTube, been wrong about BTC. Right? How many people call like $500,000 BTC in 2020, right? And they're gonna, you know, do something crazy on live TV, right? Those people are still being admired even though they completely off. Even if I call for 3K, right? I called for like what, 4K? I was right. I called for 9K, I was right. I called for 11K, I was right. I called for 14K, I was right. After 14, called for 7K, right? Called for 5K, called for 4K. I was all right for those macro calls, right? It's not, I really don't care, man. I'm showing you what I think could happen, not what will happen, right? So you do your own due diligence and buy and sell based on, you know, after you've done enough research. Right? You buy and sell based on that. Don't just go ahead and buy and sell, because my macro analysis might not be suited for you. My macro analysis might be like a 6 to 9 month macro analysis, right? Just like last year when BTC was like 14K, we've been talking about 3, 5K and all that good stuff. It took like, you know, from August, right, all the way up to March to hit target, right? But you might not be patient enough to wait from August to March, right? So Just like I'm saying right now, we could possibly retest 3 to 4K, but it might not be till June next year, right? You see what I'm saying? So you just gotta be cautious. Don't jump in and call for that, all that good stuff, hide and all of that good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I called for 55 to 42 when BTC was, 10.5, 55 to 42. You can go and check. Sometimes I make I intentionally make like short videos for you guys to remember. I made like a short video, like 3 minutes video, just for you guys to remember when I was saying like 40 to 100 range, and I was showing you like the 200 smooth moving average, why it was so important and all that good stuff, right? So whenever I make a short video, make sure to watch it, because it is something like I basically very confident about, right? Second time 3-2, man, I'm getting some. Second time 3K, that's what you meant, right? What's up, JB? The mic dropped. Can you hear me now? Oh yeah, let's not be hey, what's up, Nano 5? Nano 5. IOTA is still around 2400. It's not doing anything. Doesn't have a Nano is just about like, I think 8,000. Let's check Nano first, because Nano got a very interesting chart, right? You don't want to see this Nano USD, right? So, but let's see. Let's just remove this because it is double bottoming, right? So Nano USD double bottom. So let's look for this reversal right there. Okay, it can break this and make this correction right there. So Nano got a nice support at 100 EMA, but guys, if we break it, right, if we break this head and shoulder pattern formation, we doomed. Okay, so you just got to remember that. Even though, okay, I love a head and shoulder pattern formation with a flat correction on our right shoulder right there, okay, it can be even expanded, right? But if all of that fails, okay, if all of that fails, right, we got this head and shoulder pattern formation, and you could look for this move, right? You could look for like almost like 0.786 retracement down to below 50 cents, but this move might not be directionally linear. It could do this, do that, do this, do that, and all that good stuff, and retest it, right? So, but that's a bearish setup. The bullish setup is like 5-wave impulse. You got your 5-wave impulse, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And you got A, B, and C, and then this is a wave 1 of another 5-wave impulse to the upside. That's a bullish setup. So if we break this level of a 130, 140 range, this bullish setup could be playing out, right? It could be playing out. But as of now, bears are hungry. They're very, very hungry. They're very, very hungry, and you don't want to tease them, okay, with this bearish setup. I'm telling you. You don't want to tease them. But as of now, just pay attention to this. Another reversal back to like $1.10, $1.20. Okay, let's take a look at moving averages. Moving averages 3-day 100 EMA looks great. Okay, it looks great. All right. So Nano Btc, that's the most interesting one. We got a we set up by 922. It retraced down to 922, but dipping all the way down to basically 822, which is okay. All right, it is still like the bottom of the trend line. I mean, not bottom, but the upper level trend line. So if this trend line holds, right, it means our Nano USD could be bullish, because if this trend line even try to retest the top and BTC still stays at the 11K, 11.5. Nano pumping like another 60%, right? Just if BTC stay even like at 11K, Nano pumping 60% gonna take us right around like what, $1.50, $1.70. You see what I'm saying? So to me, it is still a hold. It is not a hold versus BTC until we get a bullish setup, but it is a hold versus a dollar. If you don't care about BTC value, it is a hold versus a dollar. But you can see like we got a bearish pattern setup right there. We broke it. So the bulls, you can see we got this bearish setup both on the dollar, right? If you take a look at it, it could be dropping down to the 5,000 area, 1-to-1 extension exactly. So you just gotta pray BTC doesn't do anything crazy on the downside, because if BTC drops, right, and Nano drops versus BTC, it means like Nano head and shoulder pattern formation on on the dollar going to be playing out, this one, right? So imagine if BTC drops, Nano drops 30% versus BTC, right? And BTC drops like 30%. That's a 60% drop in total. So Nano could basically confirm this analysis, like we could drop 60%. I'm not saying it will, but it is something that you just gotta keep in mind, right? It is something that you gotta keep in mind, because Nano BTC got a possible 30% drop, and if BTC drops 30%, so 30% plus 30%, that's 60%. If Nano head and shoulder pattern formation going to be playing out versus a dollar, that's a 60% move. And if you take a look at Fibonacci, let's see, it could be close to 0.618, right? I mean 0.786. You can see that's a 0.786 range, right? So I would be cautious with Nano, right? And not saying buy or sell, but I'm just saying based on this analysis, we got a pretty good valid bearish setup, right? At the same time, the bullish setup is, I mean, it's not bad, okay? It's not bad at all. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Even if not, this 5-wave corrective move could just be a 1, 2, 3 right there, right? Drop down to 382. If you're still bullish, you could wait for just this move, right? If this double bottom fails, you could wait for this, 382 and look for another swing. If you're very confident about your analysis, you just just give it a shot. 3-day 100 EMA looks very strong right now, and you'll be like, okay, let me suck it, okay, and let's just go to the moon, right? Let's just go to the moon. Yeah, Nano hasn't done anything this entire year, really, right? I think like most crypto already done like 2x versus BTC, stuff like that, right? So if Nano is going to retrace, like even be like below like May lows, that's going to be extremely very good for the for the bulls, because they're going to be buying something that is like below March low, below May low, and now making a new low. so that's going to be a good hold for the next, like, let's say a nice swing, like from the next for the next 6 to 8 months, right? So if you're looking to a 4, 5, 10x your money, not saying it will once again, but it is a very good probability, because Nano, I was bullish on Nano January right there when it was like 7,000. I was like sell at 11 and then re-enter at 6 to 7,000, and we can take it to 14. But we took it to 14, we start to see rejection. It is, it is still it got rejected like 1895 if I remember well, right? So, and now it is coming back down to, if it drops back down to 5,000 area, that's going to be a very good level to be very consistent and keep buying right there and take it next one to a 20,000, right? 20,000. You just send me a message on make sure to join the premium group if you if you send me a message in the premium group, I will definitely look it up quickly, but I will check the Telegram group. Also, if you send me a message in the public Telegram group, make sure to mention my name. But if you say SEN, I might overlook that. I might not, I might not see it. But if you just say add send if you just put the add send crypto, I'm definitely going to check it. So I will check it. Let me see if I can find it. Make sure to send it also. AJ, make sure to okay, I see what you're saying, AJ. You're saying that we could be in a bear market like for another 18 months, something like that. Let's see, okay. Okay, that's basically what AJ is saying. Right, so he's saying like we could be in this let me see if you guys can see. Okay, he's saying like we could be in this range of red box till like January 2022, right? Another 18 months basically. So that's the chart he just sent to the Telegram group. But you're super bullish, man. You're saying we're going to 18,000. Yeah, let's see. Okay, that's a nice diagram, man. Nice. And then that's where you need to that's where you're going to take your profit at. That's 260,000, right? Like 2024. Man, can't wait to get there. Can't wait to get there, right? Can't wait to get there. Okay, US banks were given a green light to give crypto custody services by regulators last week. That's a good news. It's a good news. It's a good news. Okay, we just broke 11.5. Yep, we just hit 11.5, but the CME already closed, so it really doesn't matter. Okay, unless like BTC closes above 11.7, right? And the CME gonna open above 11.7, right? And then just drop a little. But even if we close above 11.7, you're gonna leave another gap at just by 11.4 for the CME, right? So these gaps kind of make it very boring, right? Very, very boring. Okay, 11.6. We close at 11.6, right? So if basic open at 11.6 on Sunday, we're not gonna have any gap. It only needs to pump like 1%, not even 1.5% to pump above the previous gap. All right, so how we close this week going to be very important for the rest of the crypto market also. Oh, BTC pumping 11.5. What else is pumping? It's 11.5 only on Oh, Elijah. Go back to Ethereum BTC because Ethereum BTC. DNT. So 11.5 on Binance now. Yeah, Bybit it hit a 11 now. 11.5. You got a little delay, that's why when I say something it takes like 30 seconds for you guys to receive it. Let's check EOS BTC. EOS BTC still very patient, right? So EOS it could be very bullish, guys. If like, yes, it is bearish, right? It is on a downtrend, right? It is on a downtrend, but we got a wedge, we close above it, we retest it. Now we just facing like resistance on the 3-day 21 EMA. Even though versus a dollar, we close above the weekly 21 EMA. This give EOS a better chance to basically close above this level if you know, BTC can stay above 11K. That's going to be very bullish for EOS because we got a $4 target for EOS, right? So BTC has to stay above 11 and EOS can pump nicely a 10% move, right? At least, right, to that level and hit like you know, that 3.7 to $4 range, right? But the other pattern you could be anticipating for EOS is like this move is it could be another sideways correction somewhere around here. Okay, if BTC is too bullish, right, it could drop versus BTC. But since like our side is basically looking healthy, let's just give the bulls, right, some give the bulls, EOS bulls versus BTC, give them a chance to break this area. They already broke it, so let's see. Okay, they already broke this level. All right, so they just need to break this level. And 100 EMA, it is almost like, you know, 36,000, right? 36,000, that's a 30% move, right? So let's go back to BTC. It's pumping 11.5. Yeah, we broke this high just about like 10,450. A strong volume though. Strong volume on the 15 minutes, but not as strong as the selling pressure we got on the first selling. Okay, so let's keep creeping up to like 11.7 slowly, nice and slow. Nice and slow. Hey guys, make sure to share our content to your other groups, so you know, you get your other friends a chance to enjoy the loyalty of being there. Small rejection, so let's see. Hey guys, we got 50 watching. Make sure to hit the like, subscribe, and join our public Telegram group. 11.5 bulls pretty strong, guys. But I just I'm gonna update the recent video I just made regarding 11.5, 11.7. 11.7 is not just a psychological number. It is a historical number, guys. Once again, the pump to 10.5 in any given weeks, right? Any given week, right? We did not close above 11.7. Okay, almost like from June all the way up to like August, we did not close above 11.7. Okay, if I draw a line right there, okay, this green line, if you check it right to your left, look at the green line right there. Let's go on base temp. Okay, if you take a look at this green line, I'm going to draw you see the same, you see the price level, right? The same exact price level where we at right now. Okay, you can see this dotted line, green one. If you check it like back in like June 2019, we never closed, okay, just about like 11.5, 11.7, let's say 11.7, right? Okay, 11, not even 11.550, right there. Okay, we did not close above 11.550, and if you take a look at it, that's the same exact level where we just hit. Take a look at this green line. Okay, this is live. Okay, same exact level where we just hit, right? So let's back test this level. Okay, you go back in 2020, take a look at this area, right? Right, we drop straight down to the same line. We got rejected right there, support, rejection, drop, did not close above it, got one reversal, candle right there. Okay, and we closed above, but this candle did not close above 11.7. It closed like just about like 11.685, right? So if I draw another line right there, you can see like how important these two lines are. Even though it is very, very narrow, it is very important. Okay, take a look at it. So we're gonna need to close above these two lines, which is like 11.5 to 11.7 on a weekly basis, right? So let's see if like the bull is gonna be able to close just about like 11.685. They can do it, right? It's only 1.5–2%, right? and it could be the first time, it is going to be the first time we're closing above this area, because we have to wait till Sunday. Even though if we pump to this level and drop back down, it doesn't count. It is just going to be like this, okay, just like that, right? Very important level, guys, we at right now, historical level for BTC. Hey, what's up, Ash? Okay, hey Ash, I just saw your message. Basically, you're saying like it's a YouTuber, right? Saying he claims like you know, there's a $50 million sell wall at 11.5, right? And BTC will never go above 11.5. He might be right, okay, but I'm not gonna be confirming it, right? Based on our analysis, it's the last 2.5 years, 3 years, 11.5, 11.7 has been a very it has been a very important key level, right? So you continue to say, can you please double check, you know, how low the price can drop more, right? I don't know, right? We say 3 to 4K if we get rejection. You gotta go back, watch the beginning of the live stream, right? And you said okay, you said this guy sold everything 3 years ago at 20K, right? And he traveled with his family. Okay, good. Okay, so we at 11.5. It's just going to be noise, but people just give a directional move. When people say 11.5, it can be making noise right there. They might be like 11.5 on a weekly basis, right? It means we can pump above 11.5 on a weekly basis, but do not close above it, right? Stuff like that for like a very long period of time, right? It can be in this range for like the whole month of August, right? Hope not. It's going to be very boring, but the thing is the directional move. That's probably what he means, right? Thanks a lot, Ash, for the insight. All right. Yeah, big historical resistance. But let's just hit my 11.7 and I'll be happy. I'll be happy. Oh, ADX still crazy, man. 25% up. So we got a resistance up to this level for ADX, right? So as you can see, sometimes, you know, these coins, you just recognize the bottom formation, you buy and hodl. Okay, we got take profit right there and another take profit right there. We did not quite hit 4,000. We hit like 33, you know, 3,300. I don't know what you mean everything is green. Hollow chain is not green. Yeah, my market taking a big hit, man. Even V-chain is like 140 right now, so V-chain, as you can see, even like deep down below this expected retracement, that's a bullish setup for the moon boys. But let's see if like we're gonna find on a weekly basis. We don't have any indication of a reversal. On a 3-day chart, we got a strong support, bearish setup right there. So we're gonna get another you know, reversal right there. Okay, we're gonna retest this green box up to 180 range. So let's just wait and see. VChain, I think somebody asked about VChain, right? So we hit like, you know, 50% pullback. You know, next level to be paying attention to going to be 112, 120 range, right? So most likely we're gonna get nicer support right there, low $100 range, because you gotta remember 107 was a very important area for VChain right there. That was like last year, like October, November with the Walmart pump, right? Some like Walmart, you know, partnership, whatever, right? You got a nice pump right there. Now that, guys, be cautious, man. So if you did not have any strategy to based on chart, you don't want to buy based on a hype. Okay, based on hype. But I said exactly, let's jump back in 38, 37, and you can see what happened next, right? The rest is, you know, just history. Yeah, all the good stuff. 11.6, about hit 11.7 now. So we're not yet at 11.6 yet. Let's go back to BTC. BNB 21. BNB looking good. Let's take a look at this. Look at the Moon Boy chart, man. 5-minute chart, right? Okay, so okay. So it's 5. So we're gonna need another correction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're looking for this wave number 5, right? So this wave number 5, 11.7 can hit 11.7. Let's see if this 5 wave can be elongated up to that level. This is what I was expecting for this flat, but it did not give us a complete flat one right there. It just give us some sort of triangle. Let's pump it, guys. Let's pump it. 11.6, 11.7. Let's try to hit 11.7, guys. Very important key level to be. The bulls gotta be able to hold 11 now. 11.6, 11.7. Oh, we got in some rare. Come on, let's push it, guys. Let's push it. Let's push it. how's the volume looks like. Still not that high. We gonna need we got a 4 more volume right there. That's pretty good, but we don't need 4 more volume. We just need a steady climb, guys, all the way up to 11.7. No need to get this spike in volume. You just need like slow volume, just like this, and keep going to the upside. Nothing 4 more, okay? That's not 4 more right now. Good stuff. Come on, come on, come on, BTC. Let's do it, bulls. Let's do it. So it means like the next move, if we're gonna break this level, it's gonna be very strong. Like looking at the 5-minute chart, right? We got a big volume, bigger than, like, not bigger, but almost 80% of the previous volume, right? So in order to push this resistance, we're gonna need a very strong push, okay? A very strong push. Come on. Nice push. We hit 11,585. That's on Coinbase. Let's take a look at volume. Let's go on Bitstamp. Take a look at on Bybit. Bybit, nice, but it is kind of different on Bybit. On Coinbase, we got a big buy volume, but on Bybit, we got a big sell volume. That's kind of weird, right? Big sell volume right there. So it's gonna slow down this big momentum. So we got the 5 minutes 21 EMA right there. Okay, we got, if the bulls lose control, we got the 5 minutes 21 EMA at 11,450, 11,475, right? Let's go on Binance. Big red volume on Binance, right? Seemed like only Coinbase was showing like okay, retesting it with a low volume. Candle closing in 3 minutes, big fight. Great, XRP doing good. So yeah, big sell right there, ignore it, pump. Big sell right there, most likely going to ignore it and pump. Check XRP. X. $5.89. Let's go. 5.89 army. Oh, look at it, daily candle. So daily is, I mean, daily has to keep it up, man. The bulls, they have to keep this daily candle like this. Otherwise, we gotta keep it like this, okay? Gotta keep it 11.6 now, 11.7, 11.8 range, up to 12.2. Gotta keep it like this. We cannot basically try to capitulate the next 24 hours down to like 10.5 and so on. Okay, Tezos is back to a support level for BTC. You know, it is still making a triangular formation, looking for a breakout above this area, drop back down, did not touch it because we did not break out. So, you know, upside target 1.27, 1.41 versus BTC. Okay, but this is a triangular formation. We don't want to break below it. If we break below it, next level to be looking at it is almost like 15,000, right, versus BTC. So right now for Tezos, it is better to stay in BTC than be jumping into Tezos right now. Okay, now XRP just hit, you know, resistance. Let's see if like we can hit the 29 to 31 cents range. But historical trend line since, like, you know, May, you guys gotta remember what happened back in May 2018 was very important. If you don't know what happened back in May 2018, you know, you gotta go and check it out. Okay, the first week of May 2018, everything crumbled. Okay, first week of May 3rd, Neo, XRP, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, BTC, all of them, okay, basically crashed May 3rd, right, and down, okay, all the way down to like August. So back to the same exact trend line. So we're gonna need to break this level because bears, they got good memory, guys. They got a very good memory, so they're gonna remember this trend line. And bulls, they got also something nice to remember, something very beautiful to remember, right? Something very beautiful to remember, very beautiful, right there. Okay, so if like we get some rejection from XRP, okay, 589 army, let's just suck it up, right? And I'm not saying in terms of price. You guys know my view for XRP, right? You know why I'm pointing down this way. Also, it doesn't matter, you know. You know why I'm pointing down this way, right? So you know why I'm pointing down this way if we get any rejection. So XRP at historical trend line, BTC at historical price level 11,655, right? You know, Ethereum at historical price level, right, 365, 50% pullback. Litecoin $60. So everything is basically looking very interesting. Let's go 11.7, 11.641. BNB 21. Why Bybit is 11? Okay, Bybit 11.6. Okay, just Binance is 11.5. Hey, what's up? Okay. Nice. Let's just get this 11.7 out the way. So guys, I don't know most of you guys traded BTC back in August, right? 2019. But this 12K area was very important, okay? 11.7 right there. That's the range where we basically drop heavily. We had a nice triangular formation also right there before we do this, right? Because I remember well, because we were shorting at 11.6. Oh, nice. Daily 100 EMA, daily 100 EMA. And also the good news is like the CME closed just about like 11.6. So BTC could be trying to stay at 11.6, so we won't get any gap. So that's also a possibility. Because if we stay, if we drop below like 11.5, 11.4, 11.2 range, we could be leaving a gap. So we might be just staying around this CME price for the, you know, possibly, okay, not 100%. Nice. Baby, let's just push it, okay. 11.69, good gosh. Come on, gotta push it, bulls. Gotta push it. This hourly 21 EMA is pretty resilient, man. Pretty good. Come on, 11.69. We just got an alert from Coinbase, Bitcoin 5% up. That's the bad news. Those alerts showed you. I don't know if you guys notice, right? Whenever I get those alerts, right, price basically slow down. Like whenever Coinbase says BTC is up 5%, right? I notice like BTC starts slowing down. Seems like the bots start like trading based on that. I don't know. Oh man, come on BTC, come on. Got nice, nice pump, nice big engulfing candle. Just need this 11.7. He bought, dump it. Who bought? Live. Let's see, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Low volume, decreasing prices, bulls in control. Let's take a look at the 6-hour MACD, because 6-hour MACD already crossed. It seems like it was gonna cross down, right? Okay, so that's why I was telling my guys, right? When we had this bearish crossover, you guys know I usually say when we get a bearish crossover on a 6-hour, we usually get a 400-600 points drop. But I warned my guys, I was like, even though we get this bearish cross down, the correction we're making right now, it is showing us a possible move to the upside, right? So we're gonna have to wait for the second crossover. So we got this one, so we're gonna have to wait for this one, right? So that's why I wasn't that bearish when it was that right there. I was like, we just have to look for 11.8, 11.9 to buy the dip, okay? And then you know, look for further move to the upside. So let's see, we're gonna need like second crossover on our MACD right there. So since we're making a new high, we already got the divergence, right? Because now we got a clean, okay? No need to we already got a clean divergence, so it is telling us like it is time to start taking your profits. All right, so 6-hour now got a divergence, right? You guys remember when we talk about it, right? Let's wait for our 6-hour to give us divergence. with a smiley face. But I would love to see 11.7. I don't want us to drop down to like 11.2. I mean, we got a gap at 96. So I don't know what people are thinking. Like, are we going to the moon without you know, are we going to the moon and leave that gap at 96 and 3K? So let's see. Hey guys, we've been live for like 3 hours, man. Let's see. Wow, 3 hours, man. So what you guys think? You think like BTC gonna hit 20K in 2020? BNB pumping. Let's see, Ether Classic. Nice pump from BNB. Yeah, Ethereum Classic is getting a big rejection at 0.618. It just has to do it, man. Come on. I'm bullish on Ethereum Classic. Let's take a look at Litecoin. Yep, Litecoin hit $60. Yep, hit $60 target, so it's time to wrap it up for Litecoin. Nope, no 20K. Come on, guys, we got too many Doom boys now. All the moon boys staying quiet, so that's good. It's kind of strange, like when I'm doing live and BTC pumping, the moon boys not saying anything. They just looking at they just looking at the they're too busy like waiting for rejection. So Ether, once again, right there, not at yet at 365 target, still, you know, looking for 365. We hit 358, 7 more points. Let's take it. Can do it, guys. We can do it. We can do it. Come on. I mean, we already hit 11.7, depending which exchange you use. 11.69, that's 11.7, guys. What do you want? But I put a, you know, looking for 11.7. I made a big mistake. I should have put it at. Okay, that's Ethereum resistance right here. Right there, 370, right? Guys, you guys remember back in August 2017, right? how Ethereum was basically struggling to break 365, 370. And you gotta remember, when we dump like November, first week of November, we got a support right there. Also, the dump from like 1400, we got a support at 370 also, right? So, and the pump, you know, the last year pump, May, we got a resistance right there, right? So right now we're about to, retest the same exact level. We got to be able to break it. If we break it this time, that's going to be bullish for Ethereum, okay? But if we break it, if we do not break it, you know what's coming, right? You know what's coming. Yes, it can get rejected at any moment right now. It is bullish though. But it can get rejected at any given time right now. Any given time. Up to 12.3. Yeah. Let's go back to BTC. BTC, dump it, pump it, grab it. Let's check the trend line. Okay, we breaking this historical trend line right now on the 3-day chart. So that's a yellow line we talked about like early in this video, right? So let's take a look at it on the weekly basis. Weekly basis looks better because it has no noise, right? Weekly basis, have to take the previous high, right? The most recent high was 10.5, and the very first rejection based on close, right? So we're still not there yet. We gotta push a little bit to like to 11.8. Okay, so 11.8 going to be right there, right? 11.8 could hug it. Yeah, 11.69 on Bybit, right? So we got, most of you guys trade on Bybit, so could hit 11.7 very soon. Beautiful, beautiful night. Beautiful night. Gosh, come on. It's just started a new hourly candle. Just broke this resistance right there. 10.460, good. This monthly candle is going too fast, too quick. Nice, okay. From low, it's okay, it's only 3% up. When you zoom it in, it looks like it's too big. But, you know, let's take a look at on Binance, because Binance give us a good volume distribution. Monthly resistance, is like 13.6, 13.7 for the monthly resistance. Weekly resistance 11.7, 12.3. As you can see, that was one of the reasons back in 2019 when BTC was like 7K. I was like 14K was the easiest target, because as you can see, back in 2020 we could not close above like a 13.888, right? Even though we pumped back up to like a 17 after we closed at a 13.7, pumped back up to like 17, we did manage to drop and close at 10.3. So, and 2019 repeated the same thing. So let's see. Okay, on the month, that's we got 30 more days. All right, so 11.7. Okay, good. That's nice. 11.7 on Bybit. Yep, Bybit hit 11.7. Great. Nice. Hey, what's up, Cannibal? Tron is just moving sideways, 170, so it's not doing much versus BTC. So nice. Bulls pushing hard now. Nice. No noise at all on the on 15 minutes. Everything is green. No noise. Only small noise, right? Just like we show on the 5 minutes. Volume decreasing, price decreasing. That's bullish. So we're pushing back up and get this spike. So any drop right now, we got support right there at 11,550, which is like 5 minutes to 1 EMA. So still still look good. So we got next one is 11.9, next target for me. Yeah, let's check Tron really quickly. For Cannibal Death. Nice. So Tron is going to weekly, so I'll give you a broader view. So Tron is still in this range, very accumulative. So look for accumulation once again. 150, 160 all the way down to 130. Okay, 160 all the way down to 130. That's the next level you want to look for. Even current level for Tron 170 is a good buy. It is still in the same box, okay, which is like this accumulation. People want to be greedy and want to buy always, at the bottom. But when I'm swinging, I don't be picky. 170 is good enough price level to start accumulating, because what I'm looking for is not like 100, 200, 250. I'm looking for 500. So I'm not gonna be picky like between like 170 and 150. $11,730, great. Alright guys, I'm bullish till 12.3, so let's see. XRP 2667, BTC 11,750 on Bybit. Ethereum Classic still holding at a 7.6. 11.8 guys, 11.8. Ethereum 356, Litecoin 60. Not 11.8 quite, but 11,780. Nice one. Gotta break this. Let's see. Very important key level. Very important, guys. Now we above this key level right now, okay? So we have to stay above it. Have to stay above it at least over the next 48 hours. But any drop back down over the next 48 hours below, like, especially below 10K, that's a no-no. Yep, 11.7. Yes, highest monthly candle close in, let's see, what do you mean highest monthly candle close in? Yes, that's the highest monthly candle close in 2.5 years, right? Not, it's more, yeah, 2.5 years, but also highest price closing, okay? In term of monthly also, in term of weekly also, okay, it's going to be the highest one almost in 3 years, right? If like we close above 11.7. Oh, look at no bullish. Washington State recognized as a form of money. I think Ohio did the same thing a couple of years ago, right? Last year. Oh man, we're gonna get this good new Moon Boy news. So the Doom Boy news is gonna come out soon, so don't worry. Beautiful, beautiful guys, beautiful. I don't see no sell volume. That's why I'm just, hold tight. You see no sell, even down on the hourly, no sell volume so far. At least on Binance. And this hourly 100 EM is still lagging behind, right? But the 45 minutes, like I said, if you're in rush, the 45 minutes did the, get the job done, right? That's why sometimes I like to pay attention to the 45 minutes. But sometimes it's like when you want to get a good deal, you have to wait for the hourly. So, but when you in rush, you just move it 15 minutes lower, right? That's the difference between the 6 hour and 4 hour. Also, when you're looking for bullish momentum and you want to basically get a good deal, I wait for the 6 hour, EMAs instead of 4 hour, because sometimes it can dip below those 4 hour EMAs and retest lower numbers. Those lower numbers usually like the 6 hour EMAs, right? What I mean by that, if like you're looking for the 201 EMA on the 4 hour, right? Sometimes like when market is very bearish, it can dip down to the 201 EMA on the hour, but $13.3 if that's say a 1-to-1 extension. Oh, 30K by sunrise. Seems unstoppable. Let's see. That's a quarterly chart. It shows you a different trend line. You know, in case the bulls finding it difficult to break, it shows you a different different trend lines. Okay, so if you join all these touches, even though we broke like 10.5 like that, right? You could draw it like that, but it is still you could also be very bullish and look at it like this, right? This level of a trend line right there, as you can see in closing basis, from like 20k, 14k, right? Just about 13.88. I don't know why we keep saying 14. It wasn't 14 yet, right? And it is right there again, right? So, but if you want to draw it diagonally, right, you still you could possibly still look for this. And for this, right, still correct, right? Touches, right? Touch, and we could get this touch also, right? So it is still that's super macro. Okay, that's a 3-month chart, right? We talked about this chart when basically was like right there. I think we drew it like that back then, like this, right? But let's do it like this. We gotta get this right. Okay, we drew it like this before. Okay, and we said it is very tight right now. Okay, that's how we drew it and play it. You can see play, right? That's how we drew it before the capitulation at just about this area of 10.8, right? Let's see this one. Right, exactly. That's how we drew it back then, like January, February. As soon as we started retesting this trend line, we said, okay, be cautious because we got a bottom of the trend line on the macro scale, right? So if you go back, check it, that was the first week of March on my basically trading view. Take a look at it, retest it. Now it is right, now we right there. Okay, you can see it is still playing. Right, so we at the trend line right now. Okay, breakout. Okay, now we just broke out of it, bang, on the 3-month, but it doesn't change about the fact that we could create another one right there, either like this or either like that, horizontal or diagonal. The bullish momentum for the diagonal, the bullish momentum going to be a horizontal, and they're both bullish, but could look for this. Let's see. Okay, for now. Okay, so this range going to be the dog fight right there, either this one or that one. And we know how important like 11.7, 11.8 is, and we also know how important 13.8 is. Okay, based on monthly closing, like 14. We could not close on the last quarter of 2020, could not close above 13k. The first quarter of 2018, we could not close above 13.8, right? Second quarter of 2019, neither, right? So that's the third quarter, of 2020 right now. The CME gap, the CME has to fill its own gap. Like even if BC goes like 11.7 tonight, right? and drop down to let's say 11.4, and we open the new weekly candle at 11.4, the CME gonna open at 11.4. Okay, the CME might not fill the 11.975 gap. You see what I'm saying? So the gap is at 11.795. We hit like 11.775, right? So is it good enough? Probably yes, right? But I wouldn't basically say 100% it is good enough. Okay, I just be cautious because we got a gap at 3570, and between 3570 and 3595. You see what I'm saying? So this small gap gonna show us how important the 3K gap is. If like we fight to close it, right, it means like we're gonna have to fight to close the 3570 gap. Makes sense? Capiche? I don't have a time machine. I just study the market, 24 hours. Okay, I study the market, like study the chart like a lot. All right, so not just BTC, but most of the alt. Okay, I can say like especially on Binance, 90% of the coins on Binance I study them. Right, so some of them I don't trade them, but I just study them because let's say we got like 10 coins, right, like A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, right, whatever. And if you understand like what A, B, C, and D is doing, you could be ready for what H, I, J, K, and and L going to be doing. You see what I'm saying? So that's why sometimes I study a coin and I don't even trade it. I just study it because it's going to allow me to be ready. For instance, like studying EOS, right, Bitcoin Cash, BNB, Ethereum Classic, Litecoin, they all closed above their weekly 200 EMA. So I was confident about that bullish momentum. So that's why I went long, right? So I was confident all of them closed at the same time above their weekly 200 EMA. So I called long for all of them. Bitcoin Cash 330 to 350, BNB, closed above $20 range. We're gonna look for mid 20. Litecoin close above the weekly 200 EMA. We're gonna look for 60. So you see what I'm saying? So sometimes you don't need to basically trade the coin to analyze it. That's why I love when you guys ask questions regarding alt, because it gives me like a different perspective. It gives me a chance to analyze that coin and remember what trying to correlate it with another coin. You see what I'm saying? So 90% of the coins BTC pairing on Binance, I'm familiar with them. Okay, A to Z. Okay, from ADA to 0x, right? All of them, basic attention, Atom, right? AST, BTC, you name it, BNB, Bluezell, Beam, BNT, BQX, all of them. Okay, I study them around the clock. CELR, CDT, CND, DNT. All of them, gas, golem, you name it. So I will do another like all the coins on Binance review if I have time this week. The first week of August, we're gonna do another one. We did one June. So if you bought, like when we talk about it back in June, you're still up on your coins, because that's when I said buy above the weekly 200 EMA. Okay, on the 3-day chart. So if you bought back then, you're still up massively. Okay, because BTC is up. Even though alt dropped, your dollar value is up at least 20%, right? Because BTC was like 9K range, right? So too soon to call it a tap. I want to see a 6-hour bearish engulfing candle to start calling it a tap. I just don't call a tap based on like a 15 minutes rejection or 5 minutes rejection. I want to see a 6-hour continuous selling pressure, right? Not 4 hours, right? But 6 hours. Okay, This is not a top, this is engulfing. So we want to wait for the next 6 hours or so on over the next week, over the next few days, to see if like we're gonna get a 6 hour either, you know, high volatility selling pressure, big volume hourly selling pressure on Binance, more than 15,000 and all of that good stuff, right? We have to wait for this because I'm bullish up to 12.3, so I don't need to do anything right now, because you know, take profit 11.4, 11.7, we're looking for 11.9, and after that every 100 points up, you know, you just let the market eat your shorts. I mean, which is like, you know, when you're closing, you're opening shorts, right? And you're closing long, right? Look at this Cannibal Death, Moon Boy. You're welcome, Cannibal Death. Guys, make sure to share our content. We should hit 3,000 subscribers very soon, guys. Come on. So make sure to share in your other public Telegram group, you know, other Patreons group and all that good stuff. All right. So in your other basically live streams, make sure to send crypto links so people can join our community so we can grow together. All right. We got some XRP Army, Link, Moon Boys, XTZ, you know, Tezos, Bezos, whatever, BTC Maximalist, XRP going to Zero Nonsense Group, all that good stuff, right? So Friday night light, Friday night live, Friday night light. Yeah, bulls is still in control. Everything is just buying the dip thing, guys. So they're still in control. Yep, Atom got a nice nice reversal candle right there. So nice reversal structure. Okay, Atom got a nice reversal structure on the 4 hour. Let's check Algo. I think Algo is doing the same thing too. Let's check. Oh, Algo give us a yeah, Algo looks good though. I like this pattern. As you know, this move, that's the same move. That's why I say it is very good to remember patterns. You know who made this move, right? I mean, who did this move right here? The pound, okay, British pound, right? Let me show you. And I showed you the pound was bullish like long time ago, right? Let me show you the pound, the GB, the British pound, British Moon Boys pound. Let's see. We gotta go to my watch list. So you guys remember when I was telling you the pound is bullish right there? Okay, so I got it. Got too much nonsense right there. Let's just clean it up. So let's go on the daily. Okay, look at this structure for the pound, right? Look at this structure for Algo. Okay, same structure, right? Same structure, right? Let's rewind the pound, right? So you think like market remember all this stuff like for no reason? No. And do you think like I just remember this pattern randomly? No. Right? Let's just rewind it. Replay. Okay, so as you can see right there, right on the left, you got algo, you got this pump to the upside, this drop, right, and this pump and this drop, right. Take a look at this boy right here. You got this pump, this drop, this pump, and this drop. Okay, let's see if it drop lower, pump to the upside. So algo we could expect like this move. Okay, we could expect from algo this move. Is it going to go to the moon? It might not be going to the moon. It might not be going to, but it could be just a correction. Okay, because this one we did not correct it straight up. Let's see. You can see we actually corrected all the way up after that, right? So algo we could expect algo, you know, correction is just deeper, right? It's just deeper, just deeper. Another thing we could expect from algo also is could be just the starting of the correction, right? This double top we got right here might be just the first impulse move to the upside, this one, right? So this green line might be just this one, right? Might be just that one, and we could get another move from algo like this, okay, just to get this V shape right there. Okay, just to get this this move. Let me make it in yellow. That's also another possibility, right? And get this move from algo afterwards. So I'm watching algo very cautiously, right? That's another possible way of looking at it, right? So it could be a high. It all depends. Can double bottom. The concept is like the pattern, the recognizing the pattern. You know, it is starting to look bullish, right? So, but the pound is just getting rejection. So we talk about this move because I was showing you alt was making this correction, right? That's the correction alt was making like since like late June. I mean later May, first week of May and stuff like that. That's a pattern. That's the same pattern the British pound was doing. So I would be very cautious with the pound until we basically break out cleanly, not in rush. I'm not trading it, but I wouldn't be in rush if I'm going to trade it. Just wait till we get a clean breakout above like a 1.33 and I'll be bullish because this pattern most of the time gonna give you this pullback. Okay, I seen it on gold, but gold we did not get a pullback. If you take a look at gold, take a look at gold. Okay, if you take a look at gold, we did not get a pullback on a weekly basis to the left. I seen it on gold, but gold, the same pattern, exact same pattern right there, right? And then we get this move, and this move. That's a corrective move we're looking for. Gold did not pull back, it just continued the uptrend, right? You see what I'm saying? So the pound is doing the same thing, but for a bearish momentum, I wouldn't be surprised to see this drop, especially when the dollar is looking to bottom, right? So I wouldn't be surprised to see this move, right? But gold did the same thing, you know, 1, 2. So that's only like the third wave for gold. So any drop for gold right now could be a you know, buy the dip. That's 1, 2. That's wave number 3. We can get wave number 5, right? Anywhere around here. Okay. So and get wave number 4 right there. Wave number 5. Wave number 4. I'm not saying like I'm not giving any price tag, but we're gonna have to wait for rejection because it might not be a we might not reach like wave number 3 yet. Okay, we assuming this is a bottom. Okay, if we assume this is the bottom, we could end spell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So especially if your wave number 1 is basically very complex, most of the time your wave number 4 going to be very fast. So if gold going to be correcting, we just have to expect a quick drop, quick correction, and then moonshot, right? So you know, if your wave number 1 is sharp, not complex, small ABC correction, either your wave 4 could be a complex one, a very long you know, broader, correction. But since like wave number 1 took forever, wave 4 could be very quick correction, and we could pump above certain key level. But we're gonna have to take a look at wave 4 if we basically hit wave number 3, because we're not sure yet. Once again, we're not sure if this is wave number 3. We're not sure, because it could be a let's do this. It could be a let's see, if like we hit 1.618 extension or higher for gold. Okay, as you can see, we just hit 1.618 extension in this range for gold. It is exactly at 1918, right? 1918 is 1.618 extension, right, for gold. So let's see, 2.7 going to be 23,000. So 1.618 is a good level for people to be taking profit also. All right, so let's see, but we got to be able to make sure we are already going to hold strong, even down to like 15, 16, 100 if we drop down that low, right? You guys don't care about gold. Let's go back to BTC. I ain't gonna get rich with gold. I want to get rich with BTC. Tasco mine, whatever mine. So it is speaking of macroly, right? Macro structure. We got this move. That's a 3, and then we're looking for this move. This move is kind of complex. You could call it a 3 or depending how you want to call it, but we got this move just like Ethereum. Okay, so it is bullish. Okay, it is bullish, right? So we got this move, and we're looking for this move, right? So but however, we just have to be cautious because we got an internal move right there. So we don't know if this move going to be this move, right? Or this move is just the bottom, right? And then we're looking for this move right there to complete this correction. You see what I'm saying? So both count are pretty correct, but we just, if to take it step by step, let's just respect this move 1, 2, 3, right? And see if we can get a bull flag, right there to complete the macro structure right there. 1, W, X, and Y correction to complete the macro W, X, Y correction, right? So but at the same time, you could just say, hey, it doesn't have enough history. I don't know what was going on in here, but this entire move is just corrective, right? This entire move is just a correction because price, is just moving from point A, 2002, coming back down to point B, same level it was as 2002, right? So it's nothing impulse, nothing bullish. Yes, in between you got these, okay, these, but the overall structure over the last 20 years is the same. Price level was 2000, okay, the same exact price level it was at back in 2001, 60 cents. That's the same price level it is right now for 20 years, okay? For 20 years, you've been moving sideways. So just like a moon boys, right? They don't understand, like, bear market can last for 20 years too, right? So I was looking for $1. You got we got $2.30 right there, so no need to look for $1 when you can hit $2.30, right? Because everything is just like Ethereum. Remember back in first week of January, I was like Ethereum gonna pump back up to basically $300 range to complete the top, right? It is doing so. All you have to do, look for the maximum resistance. We already broke this level, right there. We already broke this level, so it is going to drop back down, right, to make a higher low, right there. It could be a retest. It could be anywhere around. If market is very, very bullish, it might not drop down to 30 cents. It could just drop down to like 382, Fibonacci 382, which could be like anywhere around, like, let's just do it. Let's not be lazy. It could be anywhere around like right there. 382 going to be just about like 50 cents, right? And then we could resume the uptrend. All right, so resume the uptrend. The pound, I just showed you the pound. The pound basically did the same thing, right? If you basically been following the pound enough on the macro scale, if you've been following, we basically, let me just show you. Okay, you see the pound, right? Same thing, okay? Same exact structure. It is going back up to this level. All right, you can see the same exact level, same exact structure. So the pound macro scale, we could look for even this move back up to like a 1.4. Okay, but the scary thing is for the pound, just like the TGB, right? TGB, right? We got this flat internal correction right there, right? Which is going to give us some sort of a resistance, right? Tough time to could drop below and retest the macro flatty correction, right? So the pound could still be going down afterward, okay? Could still be going down afterward, and then we're going to make a nice bottom formation against the dollar before starting a new corrective move, right? So that's why you just have to be cautious, because you can see like the pound right there, we got a nice double bottom, right there, right? We got a nice double bottom. We got this move, right? Pump to the upside and capitulated down. Even though we retested the low right here, right, you can see it was not a double bottom. So you just have to be very, very cautious, right? So what you're seeing on the lower degree and what you're seeing on the higher time frame is different. That's why sometimes people don't understand what I'm saying, like calling for crash and all that good stuff. They don't understand. They see it like 6-8 months later. You can see like the pound capitulated down right there, right? But if you were bullish, you're gonna be like, oh, we've been blah blah blah. This was only a correction. You got another A, okay, right? And then you got, let me get this one, get this move, got this drop, right? And then you got this correction, one, two, three, right? And then we follow through afterward, in red, right? So everything we got in this range was just correction, okay? So, and this move was also an impulse move. So it was also an impulse move, and we made a new low so far. So, but that's a macro scale. That's a macro scale, right? If that's too complex for you, just call it a bear flag right there, okay? Triangular bear flag, 1, 2, 3 right there with a third wave in 3. Get 1, 2, and 3 wave right there. Okay, the third wave is just a flat correction internal in your basically a triangular formation, and you got this move. Right, so you got this move. We're gonna go back to BTC. So yeah, the pound got a long way to go. Even on a monthly basis, you can see like we looking to retest like 1985 lows, because we're still on a corrective move. Still on a nothing is basically we're not starting a new uptrend yet. We're still on a downtrend, and 1985 lows is like 1-to-1 ratio with the dollar, right? 1-to-1 ratio with the dollar. So long-term perspective, we're still okay. We're still on a downtrend. We're still on a downtrend. But short-term perspective, yes, we can pull back up to like a 1.33, 1.4, up to 1.35 range. But macro scale, you know, you can see we're still on the same, you know, trend line right there. Still not making a high highs yet, right? Still making lower lows. So let's see. Let's go back to BTC. 11666. All right, guys. I'm getting tired now. Let's see about tomorrow. I'm gonna be going live tomorrow if I have some time. And BTC is basically doing some fun stuff and all that good stuff. We're gonna go live. It's almost like 4 hours live stream. We started at 11. It's 3 o'clock. Right? It's 4 hours live stream. I haven't done one of these like forever. I think last time we done this was like when BTC was like a 10.9 last year. Let's see. When BTC was at 10.9 last year, like right there. So when we drop right there, right, just like the pound, right, I just showed you this correction, right, just like this one, and we made this corrective move. But most people don't understand flat correction. They were like, oh, we're going to the moon, we're going to the moon. I was like, guys, we're gonna make 1-to-1 extension of this move, okay, right there, and we're saying I look for 72 to 74, and that's what we did exactly, right? Sometimes these calls are pretty easy, right? Another one is right there, okay? This flat correction right there, 1, 2, 3, right? And I was like 1-to-1 extension of the previous impulse. Easy target, guys. That's why 14K was the easiest target right there. We said we're gonna hit basically, you know, 11 to 12K, right? So, however, if this is crazy enough to do the same thing, and we're looking for 1-to-1 extension of the previous flat for the bulls, that's for the bulls, okay? I'm not interested above 12K. So you could be looking for this move going to be like 12.8, right? So if you bullish that, if you're that bullish, yeah, right, I'm not long in above 12.3, so that's it. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Be cautious over the weekend. You know, enjoy the ride and enjoy the volatility. All right, guys, thanks a lot for watching.